Sveiki, hibridė, sveiki lietuvaičiai, su jumis Giedriukas. Ketvirtadienio vakarėlį. Kaip šiandieną laikotės? Kas pas jūs geresnio? Kaip savaitė praėjo, kuri dar ne visiškai baigėsi, bet eina į pabaigą. Šiandieną streamo programoje kartu žiūrėsime naują Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 multiplayerio žaidimo pristatymą. Tai yra galutinį finalinį prieš visas betuškės atidarimus ir taip toliau ir panašiai. Taip pat žaidimų kūrėjai dar šiandieną papasakos daugiau apie Warzone ateitį, apie Warzone mobiliuosius įrenginiuose, parodys įvairiausių gameplayų iš Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, kuriuose matysite populiariausius, garsiausius pasaulio streamerius ir dar kažką daugiau. Tai žiūrėsime, ką tenais įdomaus mes matysime. Jeigu patiks, žiūrėsime viską, jeigu nepatiks, nutrauksime anksčiau, bet turėtų patikti, kodėlgi ne. O kaip jūs šiandieną laikotės, kaip ryte? Beje, kas žiūrite tiesioginę transliaciją, nepamirškite užmesti laikiuką, pasisveikinti komentaruose, o kas žiūrite streamo įrašai, taip pat parašykite komentarą, kai pažiūrėsite įrašą ar įrašo dalį ir užmeskite laiką ant video. Nepamirškite ir užsiprenumeruoti šito kanaliuko. Why not? Kas pas mus šiandien užsuko į svečius? Turime dar 12 minučių iki transliacijos kūrėjų pradžios. Galima porą žodžių persimis pasisveikinti. Sveikas, Kraken, Edgiriuksai, Šefri, Gamer Darko, Arvidukai, Jato, GG, Aisti, Rūnai, Vainių, Andų, sveikuočiai, hibridė, kvieskite draugus, kam patinka Call of Duty į transliaciją. Nepraleisti tokios galimybės, tokios progos, kartu pažiūrėti, kartu pasimėgauti vienu iš nedaugelio šių metų žaidimų, kuris pasirodo šį rudenį, naujų žaidimų aš turiu. Call of Duty kaip kiekvienais metais praktiškai pasirodo, bet vis tiek. Šiais metais nėra tų daug geimų, praeitą streamą šnekėjomgi šeštadienį. Tragedija, tai nors Call of Duty galėsime pažiūrėti. Jeigu kas žais, ne, tame esmė, svarbu šiandieną žiūrėti, o paskui su žaidimais žiūrėsime atskirai jau kitą kartą. Sveikas, duidukai, ačiū už dvojaką, duidukai. Respektikas, aš tebe stebinu. Into your face, baby, again. Ir sekmadienį your face buvo. Ir šiandien into your face, duidukai. Aš tave kaip obuoliuką, aš tau sakau. Nereikia nei kodo, aš tave ir taip jau vartau. Andu sako, turi picų ir alaus. Malačikas. Kas susirgo, Aisti susirgo. Aisti sveikatos tau, kad greičiau pasveiktum.
Malačius.
Kad greičiau pasveiktum. Ačiū Duidukui už dvojačiką. Liko 10 minučių iki kodo, tad bėkit atsineškit gėrimų, kas dar neatsinešit, pasikvieskit draugų, kas dar nepasikvietėt. Ką Krakenas sakė, kad pilna diena geiminimo informacijos, kas dar šiandien ką įdomaus sužinojate apie kodą ar apie kažką kitą. Dar bus surprizų, sakė, gali būti, kad pristatys DMZ. Galėtų. Laukiam, nesulaukiam, pažiūrėsim, ką gero produkcija. Visiems kibrytės skanaus. Sveikata. Early Grey su citrina, Giedriuko arbata iš 1000 mirčių karaliaus puodelio, kurį galite įsigyti gamesflash.com elektroniniai parduotuviai už 159 eurus. Draucininkas atrodo kaip generolas Pimpačkiukas, labai gerai, pats geriausias generolas. Svarbiausia, kad tau patinka Pimpačkiukas. Sveikas LB, Skillsai. Daros, seniai matytas, kaip tai seniai, šeštadienį sekmadienį, nemačiau už tai, nebuvau nei vienam streame, mes ir sportavom, ir žiūrėjom Discordą, ir bendravom, ir žaidėm. Krakenas Deflu pasigeimpėjo 20 dieną baigęs ekskliuzyvas. Tas geimas, kur mes ten papigėjai už dyką gavom ir džiaugiamės žaisdami, čia apie šitą. O tu lauki tipo jo, tik nepatiko, kai žaidžiau. Untitled Chapter į PC. Sony vėl kaltina Microsoft dėl Activision. Čia vis laikė kaltina. Untitled į PC tai dar nėra oficialiai, ten dar tik lygiai, bet dar pats nepasakė, niekur datos nėra, nei Epicose niekur nėra dar datos. Ar yra jau? Nemačiau aš. Odyssey Game Pass. Neįdomu. Atrodo biškai atsigavom naujienom. Gal tokias naujienos, gal ir nieko, bet noris naujų geimų. Vien tokiais geimais įsotas nebus, vien tokiam naujienom. Noriu paklausti, kokie spėtis tavo kompo aprašymas streamo yra Skillsai? Kad aš žinot šitą papasakyčiau. Viskas streamo aprašyme. Friberdis, mane tik glumina tie patys pavadinimai, kurios lošdavau vaikystėje. Čia antra dalis. Tai kodų 100 pavadinimų yra. Žaisi vėl Last of Us remake, kai išeis ant PC. Nežinau. Neturiu atsakymą. Kada jis išeis, kur aš būsiu, ką darysiu, aš nežinau, dar kur aš ką darysiu. Jeigu bus laiko, jeigu turėsiu laiko daug, žaisiu visus žaidimus. Turėsiu laiko mažai, žaisiu mažai žaidimus. Cinikas, vėl turiu Odisėją ir vėl Game Passą. Taip tau reikia. Taip jums visiems Argentinijos gyventojams reikia. LB parodė savo PC, neverk. Šitą dabar galiu pasportuoti. Viskas tik gerai išeis. Vakar pristatė naują Modern Warfare 2 Gunsmith. Mačiau kažkokį video, bet nespėjau pažiūrėti. Krakenas, žaisti įdomu Deathloopą, pažiūrėti, žinai, o dėl Uncharted jau Sony anonsavo Oktober 19 lygtais. Krakenai parašė, o dėl Uncharted jau Sony anonsavo Oktober 19 lygtais. Anonsavo Sony ar neanonsavo? Ar čia dėl datos abejoju? Skilas, blemba, kokie geri speksai pavydžių. Jau senas, visi metai jau reikia vaizduškę keisti, procesų pasi. Juokauju. Neblogas. Gyti, sveikas gyvas, kaip Vokietija, kaip darbas balsė. Sveikas Gyti, Vokietija, viskas taip pat nieks nepasikeitė. Darbas, šiandien galva ištino, blemba. Žiauriai nusivariau, kaip arklys. Po darbo galvojau, blemba, eiti tą dviratį, parasistumt gal namo, eiti pasivaikščiodamas pabiškai, parasistumt ar lipt ant dviračio minti, taip tingėjęs. Jei būčiau buvęs iš namų dirbęs, būčiau iškritų lovą kritus, nes galva ištinus buvo. Šiaip viskas tiki, tikiuosi tai irgi. Žvėjys, pagarbą atiduok eilinį, sveikas gyvus. Sveikos. Arturčikai. Pusė, už 7 minučių pristatymas. 6,5. Kiek kainavo PC skillsai, neatsimenu, brangiai. Ačiū visiems žiūrovams, kurie padėjo jį nusipirkti. Praeitais metais pirkom, rinkom, pusę metų. Taupėm. Aš čia ariau kaip jautis per streamus ariau. Kruvinų prakaitų užsidirbau. 2.9 Modern Warfare 2. Naujesnis, geresnis. Nepergink, viskas bus gerai. Skills, atsiras Cam 9, GPU pristatys rudenį, kiek žinau. Ten sklando gandai visokie, lenda iš informacijos, bet dar neaišku. Cinikas, Deathloop'o apsisisi ir faja, metų nusivylimas. Čia necinikas mandagi rašo. Nebein suprasti. Krakenas, Uncharted Legacy of Thieves Collection ant PC Oktober 19. Čia jau tikrai ar čia lygtais? Tai blemba, aš nebegalėsiu vokiečių mokytis tada. Oktober 19, aš ten už porą savaičių varysiu į Lietuvą, nebegalėsiu, švietai nebus kada žaisti. Per vėlai išleisiu. Už mane greičiau perėsiu, dabar dar brangiau būtum. LB sako, kas brangiau? Ir aišku, kainuos 5 svarus. Ne, tai jo. Gerai, kad ne 7. Skills pas mane iš vis integruota AMD, sako. GPU. Reiks taupyti kokiam 16 šiam arba 6600. Ir aš ne visą laiką vis gerą turėjau, geriausią ir naujausią. Būna laikai prastesni, būna geresni. O kaip su žaidimas, ar kažką įsijungi be mūsų, ar badas? Ne, nėra kada, aš sakau. Darbas, žmonelė, ant telefono, vokiečių ir miegas. Su jumis, praeitas aš savaitgalį. Gal nori dabar pažiūrėti, kiek dabar grafikos kortos kainuoja? Ne, nėra laiko dabar, šoksim. Ready. We are ready. 4 minutes. Aš save mažesnį pasidarau, ne, kad geriau matytume. 4 minutes left. Sveikutis jaudis, darovo, matyti malonu labai jauti, gražvydai. Linkėjimai ir seliai. Paskui krakinai, dabar bijau nusimušti, pamiršiu, įsikalbėsiu, tiek laiko beliko. Sveikinimai, kolega, istorijos į memberių. Jautis atnaujino savo memberiuką ir pratęsė. Ačiū labai, ačiū visiems memberiams, jaučiu ir visiems kitiems, kurie tęsite memberiukus nuo senų laikų, kurie ne per seniausiai pasiėmėte, kurie... Ką čia dar reikia pasakyti? Kurie apsiapgreidinat, kurie nenumaldamai tęsite memberiukus ir savo naujus paludžoiskus gaunate po tam tikro laiko. Ačiū visiems. Beje, krakinai, linkėjimai vykai, nemačiau liktis. Ai, kompas brangesnis būtų. Ką žin? Freebird, 8 GB dar įdomu pavilksiu, oi, nežinau. Aš su duškiam nelabai ten gaudus. Aš su GeForce, Nvidia. Jau pilnas konvejeris naujos kartos Cam kortų rodė. Nevidal, nemačiau. Kas naujo laikų pasaulyje, gal kokių gerų žinių išlindo? Laikų pasaulyje?
Sveikinimai, kolegai.
Ne, matai, vienas laikas tik tais dar nelenda. Javutė atsinaujina memberį. 15 mėnesių. Labas, Javutė, 100 000 metų. Nu, čia gal nežinau, geimas tau, ne tau, bet labai malonu tai matyti po ilgos pertraukos. Linkėjimai Lauriui. Tikiuosi, Vizlis irgi gerai laikosi. Sveiki visi, dar kartelį hibridai, su kuriais nespėjau pasveikinti, kurių nespėjau komentarų perskaityti. Labai smagu jūs visus šiandieną matyti. Netrukus pradėsime žiūrėti Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 žaidimo multiplayerio pristatymą. Daugiau apie jį papasakos kūrėjai, paskui apie Warfare dar papasakos, rodys gameplayaus ir gal dar vieną super duper modą pristatys Call of Duty kūrėjai, tokį kaip Escape from Tarkov ar kažkas panašaus. Jau panašu kaip vadinasi, daugiau gali priminti. Tad gero visiems seansų, jeigu netyčia, kas pirmą kartą esate, arba jau seniai buvote, neatsimenat, kad pas Gedriuką gali kartais arba dažnai dingti internetas arba suprastėti kokybė. Bet paskui viskas susitvarko, viskas aš grįžtu, viskas būna gerai, tai dėl to nepergyvenkite, tuoj mes viską čia sureguliuosim, paleisim per visą ekraną, žiūrėsime kartu, komentuosim, o vėliau galėsime į Discordiką dar gal porą žodžių persimesti, ką gero įdomaus pamatėte, šiandieną pamatysite, dar nepamatėte. Ko tikėjotės, kas jau nusipirkęs, kas nenusipirkęs, kas priority padaręs, tai visais bus labai malonu pasibendrauti vėliau po viso pristatymą. Tipo tau patinka, Javutė, tokie gyvo, aš nežinau, aš tik taip klausiu. Jeigu patinka, tai puiku, galėsi prie mūsų prisijungti, mes šiais tipo šį rudenį kapuosim Call of Duty. Visus 3 streamus, kur bus šį rudenį. Nediskriminuoja. Hibridai, jeigu ką praleido komentarus, atsiprašau, ten peršuko, aš bijau praleisti čia startą. Tad nepabėgite, turite klausimų, atsakymų, valandėlį, vėliau galėsime pasibendrauti. Kaip atsirado naujas vedėjas gimų balsė, kaip ir kodėl Tautvydas klausia. O kuris čia tas naujas, ten daug naujų buvo. Aš nebežinau, apie kurį čia šnekėti. Nu, refreshinam. Taip dar nepasileis netyčia. Gerai, muzika, autas. Hop, mes pasiruošę. Na, jau 6:30 pas man, pas jūs 7:30. Kodėl nerodo? Dėl viso ko dar kitą kanalą įsimetam. Upcoming, nerodo. Kodėl disabled chatas yra pas juos? Neruoda, dar jau turi rodyti. Nu. Neruoda. 139 000 laukia vis. Laukia. Kebra vėluoja. Ai ne, 99, dar ne, dar kelios sekundės liko. O. Prasidėjo, gerai. Quality, max, tikiuosi nestriks. Jau viskas, yra. Kaip garsas, girdit, gerai viskas ten tvarkoj. Na, jie irgi kaip ir aš, iš manęs išmokė, reikia porą minučių laik pavėluoti. Viską žiūrim. Viskas. Kas? Kokia pusę valandos? What the fuck? Vėl išdurkė, čia kaip visi tai padaro, ne? Aš tai galvoju, viskas, pusė tai pusė. Dabar pusę valandą suks laikrodį. Aš jau viskas pasiruošiu. Taigi būtų parašyta tada, kad 8, o ne pusė 8. Oi, žalčiai. Tai matot, pusę valandos gali vėluoti streamus. Tai aš ir kitą kartą streamą ateisiu už pusės valandos. Sakysiu, streamas 6 ir paskui streamas prasidės, paleisiu laikmatį už pusės valandos. Gerai, galim pasičatinti per tą laiką. Galim ar mūzį didesnės ar jaunesnės. Kas ten turėjo kokių klausimų, galim dabar padiskutuoti. Javutė nejuokavo tokiais dalykais, čia rimtas reikalas vyksta. Pajungsim tau irgi Call of Duty eisim šaudyti. Viskas, užskaitau prikolą, vien dėl to pirksiu jų. Taigi nereiks pirkti. Hybridai, aš klystu ar ne? Turiu Game Pass'egi bus šiais metais, Call of Duty, ar aš klystu? Jeigu Microsoftas nusipirko, tai turi Game Pass'e būti. Tautinis manevras. Sveikas Asasais, darova, 100 metų, 100 000 metų. Tu irgi prapolės kažkur buvo, kaip atsigavęs, išsilaikęs, gyvas, sveikas. Visi dantis vietoje, plaukai irgi. Bičiukai irgi vietoje. Gal kas dar nespėjat, gali kitulko palakstyti. Vidukai, smagu, kad tave pakvietė patekti Vision tarp 150 000 streamerių, kurie žais tiesiogiai kodą. Pat kaip oras. Jev Giedrių. Kaip oras, nuostabus oras. Šiuo metu pas mus yra ankstyvas rytas. Ko neseniai atsikėliau, atvarėme į bendrą salę su visais streameriai. Doktoris Disrespektikas įsėdė, kas ten darom. Net PewDiePie žiūriu netoliesi, kad tas irgi šaudyklės pradėjo šaudyti. Nieko, dėsim visiem į kaulus, parodysim visiem. Davidukas mane apmokė. Niekas nesakė, kad bus, bet here is hoping for a surprise.
I'm ready for some Warzone 2. I'm like the biggest Warzone player. That's my main thing. So I'm
Mano interviu gal parodys. Gal prie manęs prieis. Galite, aš galiu pakalbėti. Aš čia. Jo, aš irgi noriu pakalbėti. Tuoj sakė, prie manęs prieis. Ta blondinė. Mačiau Assassin's Creed trailerį, mačiau.
I'm definitely wanting to see like
Andu žiūrėk, nepergerti tiktais, kol
prasidės.
prasidės.
Slide like the biggest thing in Warzone, so maybe like a new thing that bridges the skill gap and adds like a new level to like grind.
Jo, Kristupui turėtų ant mobilių įrenginių šiandien irgi kažką papasakos.
So do I. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Have the best time. Enjoy
Ir ant mobilių pasirodys. Aš taip spėčiau, sprasčiau. Aidai, mačiau State of Play prasukinėdamas, pažiūrėjau, visą prasakau. Paskutinis tais Roninas. Kaip jis, Ronin ar Beginning of Ronin, tas vienintelis patiko iš State of Play. Kiti per daug japoniškų stiliaus, ten hack and slash, nelabai man patiko. O Roninas patiko, visai būtų gerai praeis. 24 pasirodys, kas nematėte. Galėsime šeštadienį gal pažiūrėti ar kažką. Traileriuk ar kažką tokio. Aities tada šeštadienį, kur buvo streamą dėl krepšio apžalgos žiūrėjom. Iškarpas, kai žiūrėjom vienų rungtynių 2 minutės, tai buvo streamą biškių užbaninį. Išjungė. Kanalui nieko nepadarė, tik tais ten nepatiko jiems, tai aš parašiau apeliacijas, tada paliko streamą, vėl įjungė, bet monetizaciją nuimti ir copyrighto nedė, tai gerai. Nežinau, Riudukė, kiek truks. Kažkaip šiais metais Modern Warfare istorijos, kaip visą laiką sakydavau, man patinka Battlefieldai, Call of Duty, bet tik istorijos šiais metais kažkaip apie istoriją net negalvoju, galvoju, kaip Daviduką reikia nušauti tenais. Vieną kartą jiems. Jaunuolį reikia pamokyti.
Plėšy dar vieną banką.
Ačiū Davidukai iš Dvojaką, ačiū labai. Daktarą nepakvietė, mane pakvietė. Daktaras savo žaidimą matai kuria. Nu, kylančias žvaigždės dabar kviečia. Pagrindė. Hybridai, sveiki visi, kas sukite streamuką, liko 24 minutės, 53 sekundės iki pilnos tikros transliacijos. Šiandieną kūrėjai iki galo pristatys Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 multiplayerį, taip pat daugiau papasakos apie Warzone ateitį, Warzone mobiliuosiais įrenginiuose ir dar bus gameplay įvairūs su streameriais, pasaulio garsiausiais, ir su manim turėtų būti beveik. Ir dar pristatys kažkokių surprizėlių, tai laukiam, nesulaukiam. Aš blemą galvoju, čia reklamą išlenda kaip į YouTube, išjungt norėjau. Dar nenuspirku iki galo, dar Sony šika per stringus, kad neparduoti. Anglų kažkoks šūdas net protestuoja. Papirkti, kad neparduotų kodų Microsoft'ui. Jo, dar nepatvirtino ten tas visos antimonopolinės komisijos, bet matysim. Asasas, aš pasėmėjau jo World. Kas tas yra World? Gal išgelsiu korolis Andu, neskubėk. Rytoj darbas bus kažkoks Assassin's Creed Kinijoje. Ne Kinijoje, Japonijoje bus. Bet ten tolimesnis. Artimesnis bus kitais metais pasirodys. Kaip vadinsis? Assassin's Creed? Nebeatsimenu. O tas, kur Japonijoje ten dar po kokių 3 gal metų pasirodys. Assassin's Creed Red vadinsis. Po 3-4. Kaip God of War Ragnarok naujas traileris. Mačiau. Nu, žinot, aš žaidžiau pirmą ant PC God of War. Aš kitos mitologijos nelabai ten domiuosi, atsimenu vikingų, skandinavų. Tai mane taip superiniai tas geimas nekabina. Ten reikia atsisėsti, įsijausti ten. Tada kitaip būtų. Aš per streamą ten palašiau porą valandų, ten neužkabino manęs. Ten man labiau tokio stiliaus, kaip labiau Lara tada patiktų. Nauja. Bet jeigu turėčiau konsolę ir turėčiau laiko, tai šiaumės iš pirmą žvilgsnį tikrai padarytum. Nei pirmo, nei antro nėra, tai triušau. Man buvo tas lūžis, kuomet imsiu PlayStation 5, kai parodė Tekken 8, sakau, na viskas, dėl šito imsiu PlayStation. Kristupas, kodo Call of Duty Warzone Mobile prie Registers Now parodė. O, matai? Bent pažiūrėjau. Kas norite, va, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 atributikos, va, galite keliauti parodę. Call of Duty'aus yra kodukas. Next 22% naują gali gauti. LXS Modern Warfare 2 prasidės jau ant PlayStation rytoj, man atrodo, ir poryt. O ant PC, Xbox'ų, nu ir visur kitur dar už savaitės, 20 kažkelintą ten. Dvimantrą, 23 kitą savaitę. Prie manęs, aš čia. Aš ir galiu pakalbėti, sakau. Jo. Lema, nematoma. Neina prie manęs.
I'm a simple guy when it comes to Call of Duty. I just want to see the best COD of all time being played. And I personally think that MW2 will be the best COD of all time.
It will, you know what?
I think it will be.
It will be, you know what?
Aš irgi sakau, geriausias bus visų laikų Call of Duty dabar. Mirage Assassin's Creed'as naujas vadinasi. Ačiū, kad priminėt.
I'm looking for the opposite. I want a nice slow pace game. I can sit
Kristupas įsiregistravo gauti Warzone Mobile iš ankstinę versiją. Galės papasakoti per streamą, kaip seksis.
I get to hopefully beat his team, lost by 1 round recently at the big one, so hopefully a good year ahead.
Zdarovo senolikai, sveikuti, 100 000 metų streamė nematytas. Ačiū už duotsociką. Ačiū. Respektikit, senoli. Ačiū. You the best of the best.
Can we go play?
Go on, get out of here. Thank you so much, gents.
Tuo ateisiu, to palauk, streamas dabar, negaliu žaisti. Paskui pažaisti. Pristatė reikalavimus PC. Labai šaunu, kur daugiau pristatė savo puslapį. 20 minučių. Asasinas sako, suvarys visą samurai, ninjų tematiką. Kodėl doniai tai tyliai girdis? Aš jau vėl ką nors prireguliavęs. Turbūt ką nors jau prireguliavęs. Nu jo, seniai begirdėtas jau nori. Ačiū senolikai, kad ir memberiuką dar tiesiai. Tai dar patį geriausią bosiuką. Ačiū senolikai už viską. Malonu vis laik matyti streamę. Neliūdėk ten vienas. Įdomu, kada Infinity pasirodys, kokia nuomonė, plius minus, kada neįsivaizduoja gytis. Pleistekams rytoj LXS prasidės daugiau, sako. Nu, kaip aš sakiau. O galite net kėdukus nusipirkti. Call of Duty. Tai priordinti jau seniai galima Call of Duty. Ar jau sutvarkyti seniai buvo dėl mūsų nuolaidų? Tvarkausi. Šiandieną susirašėm. Ar vakar? Ar šiandieną? Vakar. Šiandien atrašė. Kažką patvirtino, atsakė porą dienų dar reikia. Iki 2 dienų gali užtrukti viskas. Karočią nuolaidos kodo nebus, tik tai jis bus linkas. Tai linką tokį patį pasidarys, kaip ir buvo, jeigu galima ten bus. Tai luktarkit dar, kas ką, jeigu norėsite. Arba tą patį linką naudokite. Arba luktik ir geriau dar porą dienų. Aš pranešiu. Kas šį per skaičiai ekrane? Kurioje vietą? Prasidės už transliaciją kūrėjų už 18 minučių. Aš asmeniškai per Battle.net įsigijau Vault Edition. Vault Edition tai vadinasi. Nes daug daugiau rewards už tą pačią kainą, negu perkant iš kitur. Bildukas. Modern Warfare 2 Beta Recommendations. PC reikės. Inteliaus i7 4700, AMD Ryzen 7 štuka 800. Vaizduškės. Nvidia 10 šiam tik tai reikės. AMD RX 580 su 3 GB video RAM atminties. 16 GB paprastų RAMų, tai reikės 16 RAMų. Tik 25 GB. Mažai. Tai paskui updates, kai praleisiu, už mėnesį bus 100 GB, 150. Visus komentarus atsišaudžiau, likus 17 minučių, mes patys nuostabiausi. Kraginas, jėzu, kaip faina, kai turi konsolę ir PX pikseliai tie reikalavimai. Toks neblogas šiam Warzone. Jau kas norite hibridį Modern Call of Duty Warzone Mobile išbandyti anksčiau, galite nuskenuoti koduką ant ekrano ir užsiregistruoti. Tai gal tie batai, kur rodėjai, bus Collector's Edition, kaip su senu anuo Call of Duty, anam davė Night Vision, tai šitam batus dabar. Gal. Martynas, linkinomės, kur radai Specs Game, nes rašai kosmos. Kodėl kosmos? Davidukų galim pasitikėti, Marčiu. Bet ant konsolės bus tik 3 FPS. What? Bet užkės daug vietos neužima. Bet Vytautas, sveikutis, seniai matytas. Gyvas sveikas, tikiuosi viskas tvarkoj, tikiuosi namie, irgi šeimyną tvarkoj. Ūkiai apeiti, transliacijai pasiruošta. Ir game sezonui. Ar bandysiu naują kodą? Tikiuosi, bet užkai tai būtinai pasibandysiu kitą savaitę. Sveikata visiems. Kas turite preorderį pasidaręs Call of Duty? Ant kokios konsolės ar platformos žaisti hibridė? Su joystickais ar su klaviatūrom? Ir visi, kur su PC žaidžia, ir pasakiau su joystickais, kas turėjo kepurės visi metį ekraną. Kragenas sako, pamiršk 3 FPS ant Next Gen. Tai nei tiek nebus. Vytautas, pas mane yra Steam'e, galėsi išbandyti. Ačiū Vytautai, tai demuškė, bet užkė, bet kurgi galėsi pasimti. Ačiū labai. Marčius, salutis ir kokteilis tam podelyje. Nieks nežino. Toks tamsus gėrimas. Visko čia gali būti, viskas. Neišpilsiu. Matau, kokios spalvos. Čia gali būti bet kas. Kiltis reiks suspėti GPU naują nusipirkti, kol dar neišleido geimo. Dar turi laiko. Nedaug, bet turi dar. Vat merginos kai kapos. Jaučki duotų man į kaulus. Kur jūs įstoja? Atsiprašau, galėsite paskui prie mane, aš porą žodžių norėčiau. Po doktor disrespecto. Ir tą loką kalbins.
Inside scoop on it, but we've got Warzone 2.0, we've got multiplayer, so much going on. What is your game? What is your game on COD? You know, what are you looking forward to?
So I'm a huge multiplayer search and destroy fan. So a little bit different than most people here. They play mainly Warzone. Not that great at Warzone, but search and destroy, quickscoping, that's my thing.
Okay, we love to hear that. And what about you?
Also, search and destroy. That's how we met.
Wow,
so
hardcore.
Yeah,
Search and destroy.
Destroy all day.
Seniuko modas. 14 minučių 5 sekundės. Hibridį kvieskit draugus, kas dar neprisijungė, kad nepraleistų, pamatytų pirmieji, būtų pasiruošę, susipažinę su viskuom, kas, kaip ir kodėl. Skills reiks, čia skaičiau, Sorau, turiu PC pelės, kažkaip atsiliekamės, striginėm, pasivėjom. Kol dar neprasidėjo. Turiu PC, pelę su klaviatūra, sako. Pelė ir klaviatūra. Ok. Senolikas. Pleistiakų 5 kapos. Tu žinau, bet vis tiek šitas bayeris apie 3 FPS nemirtinga. Artūras kitas sako, aš turiu pasidaręs preorderį Vault Edition ant PlayStation 4. Vytutas, preorderius turintis galės pirmieji išbandyti. Tai ant PC nėra anksčiau. Tik ant PlayStation anksčiau. Man atrodo. Ajato, dar daug laiko vis tiek. O galutinis žaidimas kada spalio... Kada jis pasirodo? Release date. Spalio 28. O prieš pat man išvarantį Lietuvą prieš tą savaitgalį. Ne, jeigu taip čia striginės, tai aš taip nežaidžiu. Ne. Turite 12 minučių normaliai sutvarkyti. Network. Kas nors sirbė dar? Abejais, Firefox'as ir 23,5 megabaitus. Ko čia naudoja man tai internetą? Service host network service. Negali būti streamos, kad tiek, ne, kažkokia nesąmonė. Jeigu aš jį nukilnusi, kai man nieko task. Kas yra toksai service host network service? Ant task managerio. 3,7 megus plėšiant networko. Galim jį nukilinti. Aš neturiu užsisakęs. Vokiškai pakvies, gal ateis, aišku, jį mokė.
Ja, ich möchte ein bisschen sprechen über COD Warfare 2, bitte.
O, iš kart žiūrėk suprato. Ta blondinė suprato, mes iš Vokietijos bus. Teks sudėti kelionę į Lietuvą iki Grojus. Grafiką sumažinti. Reikia išjungti tą... Ką reikia išjungti? Visinką reikia išjungti. Nelaginis. Sveikas remontikais. Darova.
So of course here for Modern Warfare 2.
Ir aš nežinau,
so many
cinekas
different
iš kur.
things that you're
Pas
going to be
mane
able
toks
to test
internet.
out here today. What are you looking forward to the most?
I'm most looking forward to find out more information about Warzone 2 and the future of the franchise.
Kur kovas galima rasti?
Kovas?
Kokias kovas? Kur streameriai žais? Tai paskui parodys. Pas mus kartu žiūrėsim.
Come in with Ricochet this time, not have any of the issues we did with
Nu, čia tas, kai atrodo, kaip aš tik su viselis.
hit the ground running this time.
As we look ahead to
Bet tai aš
Warzone 2,
kiečiausiai
do you have
atrodyčiau, jeigu
any
būčiau ten
favorite
taip
memories on
nuvaręs.
Warzone?
Tai yra, aš tenais, taip, aš čia kiečiausiai
Oh, yeah,
atrodau
I have
tarp
some
visų.
great ones. The
Kaip
Indoor Dance
apsirengit?
was probably one of my
Normaliai,
favorite
bičias,
things. I
viską, va,
streamed for-
pasiruošęs,
I did my first
kamufliažas, va.
subathon, it was 7 days straight, and we
Šortukai, kraujo spalvos paruošti, va. Priešininkų krauju aptaškyti. Daviduko krauju aptaškyti.
And I don't know if anybody keeps up with Modern Warzone, but I've
Žinau,
been
kad
saying
atsilieka.
since Verdansk came out that it was going to be blown up by a
Bet
nuke.
neįstringa dabar.
So to see
Turiu
it happen
buferiuką
was
biškį
just
turiu.
euphoric for me.
Well, I can't
wait to see if your predictions come true for this next game as well.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Kad nestriginėtum, buferiuką turiu. Tai nuo kada iki kada PlayStation 4 bus galima tą beta kodą žaisti? Rytoj galėsite jau pleistekai, tik pla. Ir 4 ir 5, man atrodo. Kaimyno Wi-Fi. Kas jūs sakė, dar papildomai galės visą savaitę anksčiau campaign kapoti. Bet campaign ten tik taip. . Gerai pasivėm. 8 minutės 35 sekundės. Turite laiko dar nuvaryti iki tūliko pamyšti. Parbėgdami, pabučiuoti savo namų gyventojus, prabėgti pro šaldytuvą, nugriebti vieną alaus, gal ir 2. Iškišti galvą per langą ir pakviesti kaimyną prisijungti, pažiūrėti kartu streamą arba nukeliauti į YouTube ŽBG kanalą ir prisijungti tiesiogiai. Paspauskite laiką, jeigu dar to nepadarėte, ir būkite pasiruošę pamatyti tai, ko dar nebuvote matę apie kodą. Antrą už 8 minučių. Nai. Sveiki visi, kas pasijungite į streamuką. Nuostabui. Nepamirškite laiko paspausti. Tiek dabar, tiek kas žiūrite įrašiuką, tiek tiesiogiai.
I'm looking forward to the Call of Duty polished feel you expect, especially from Infinity Ward. I think that was my favorite part of Modern Warfare 2019. That's how smooth everything felt. I love the field upgrades. I'm wondering if they potentially add more. And at the end of the day, they've already teased earlier today the brand new Gunsmith 2.0. I want to see what type of crazy weapons we can come up with. I cannot wait to just lay the smackdown on all the Call of Duty League pros that are here. They're all absolute noobs.
Давай побано tai. Ko aš laukiu iš kodo? Aš laukiu. Šiandieną, ką konkrečiai norėčiau pamatyti. Gražių vaizdų. Ir kas nors, kas mane nustebintų. Net nežinau, kas tai galėtų būti, nes paskutiniu laiku kiek žiūrime visokių žaidimų parodas, žaidimų transliacijas, pristatymus, trailerius ir panašiai. Neatsimenu, kas mane žiauriai nustebino. O tuo, ką nors pamatyti. Praeitą kartą, kai žiūrėjom kodo pirmąją pristatymą, tai man patiko, kaip tą iškarpą iš misijos, kur laive rodė. Iš to žemėlapio. Ten patiko, kad tie konteineriai slinkinėjęs per audrą. Tai jau įsivaizduoju, kaip tam mepę lakstysiu, už konteinerių slėpėsi, pasitraukė, aš tik taukšt Davidukų į akį. Viesi vėl užsidaro, cieniukai į kitą akį, paukšt. Vietoj stovėdamas, net nejudėdamas. 2 šūviai, 2 priešininkai, negyvi. O ko jūs tikitės? Ir vidukai kodas ne dėl storygi perka žmonės. Čia kaip kažkas pūlė panašiai. Kiekvienais metais reikia pirkti, man patinka. Tai sakau, ant YouTube grafikai biškas pasimažė.
Really good, man. I mean, MW2, the name itself has so much hype around it, and it's just so exciting to play a game. Infinity Ward is my favorite company to make the game, so I'm super excited.
Amazing stuff. So, gents, how are you guys feeling? We've got Warzone.
Visi be kamufliažo, kročiai, visus nušaučiu iš karto. Tai vieną mikrofoną čia neškit, čia. Ai, ne mikrofon sumėbite.
I'm feeling good. I'm super excited. This is the first like Call of Duty event,
like said, this is our
testing
first ever
wise
event,
that I've been
this is
to,
really new to us.
I'm
Really exciting. I don't know what to expect, but I'm just ready to play. You know what I mean?
Any favorite memories from the original Modern Warfare 2 that anyone wants to share?
I remember.
Kas šneka
The
čia?
first nuke I ever got was on the map Estate, and I was hype. I was like 13 years old. Silence ACR going crazy.
Kas ten cinikis tau su tom rozetėm negerai? Kur ten? Tu vaikšti vėl garažė ten varkė, saky.
It can be a more recent memory. I'll tell you what though.
Ar 7 eurų ne per brangiai? Aišku, kad per brangiai. Bet tai viskas brangsta ir žaidimai pabrango. Vis daugiau kompanijų praneša apie 7 eurų. Tai standartas naujas geimas 7 eurų. Gaila, ką darys?
I don't know. I just played it. The missions are fire, so I just want fire missions again. I ain't gonna lie. Wasn't that the one we had to crawl and be secretive or something like that too?
I always love the sniper missions where you gotta be like.
It was really dope.
Esas yra su sniper gynės paguldau pilsiai.
Get on the sticks and we'll catch up with you
Aš
later.
gal prigulęs bus, net nematysi mane šito lentyną. Ir kas perka dėl single player, vis tiek papildomas dalykas, kodai gerų single player turi. Ne, jeigu labai trumpas 4 valandas 7 eurų mokėti už single player, tai neapsimoka. Jeigu single player nori kodo, tai tada reikia palaukti kokios akcijos trakcijos. Taip tai neapsimoka. 7 mokėti dėl single. Aidas Giedriau, tai ir buvo viena parodos diena, tai yra tokio game show. Tai aš tik tą PlayStation parodėlę pažiūrėjau ir viskas iš tą transliaciją. O daugiau aš ten nieko nežiūrėjau, ten tokio game show, ten visokie japoniški gamai būna net neįdomu. Ką, kad senikai, obulius vis abudu suvarysiu, jeigu prie kompo bus. World Edition iš viso 100, sako Coro. Jo, sakė, kiek. Jeigu lėsi vapšė, pripjausiu gulinti. Kaip tu pripjausi iki manęs, kol bėgsi. Jeigu tu su snaiperiu šaudai, tu bėgiot nemoki. Ilgas snaiperio kotas užliūsė pirsi. Ir prisismeiks.
What are you expecting? What are your big expectations from this new iteration of Warzone?
I'm excited to see the map. With Caldera, there was a lot of like elevation, and I liked in Verdansk how it was like a lot of buildings. So I'm hoping to see a lot of like buildings for like building fights because I'm a close range player. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
Viskas išjungiam, sako, neįdomi pasakė. Čia rimti vyrai, reikia rimtų. Nors sakau, ateikit pas mane, kom here. Kom bėdė. Aš matyt, kad su kamufliažu esu, tai nematomas, esu galvoju, kad čia nieko nėra. Tu šią kėdė, gerai užsimaskavęs esu. NBA nežin, pirkau už 7 eurų dar palkas nesigiliu, sako Darvidas. Jo, turėčiau aš pleistaką ir būčiau pasiėmęs. Dabar NPC vėl dvėjoju, turėčiau laiko kažkaip, dabar per daug nėra. Bet jau norėčiau ir fulę naują nori, kašį nori. Nervina ten kašis slando paviršiant parketų, bet seniai belašiu gerai kašį. Kiek čia žmonių prie Warzone, sveikas domai. Kur žmonių? Pas mane daug čia, salėj pas mus daug yra čia. Disrespektas. Kita hebra, ten visi mes čia. Pirmą kartą tokį brangų priority, sako, Soro pasidariu 100. O jau laukiai pasidarėjai, tai nėra. Tikėkimės, kad nenorės. Kokiam garažė pas Norvegus ieškoju, kur elektros nupys. Tai tu Norvegijos, aš nebesuprantu, tai kur ten tą gimtadienį šventėjai? Praeitą savaitgalį. Ten Norvegijai? Ar tu šią savaitę išvažiavai? Aš neapsuprantu, tai kur tu ten bebūni. Tu sakai, kad tada nespranti, kur aš kada būnu, tai aš žinau, irgi nesprantu, kur tu bebūni. Jo, čia streameriai kalbėjo. Gerai, kalbėti gero streamo, aš jau namo grįžau, lėkiu pas šeimą, savaitgalį streamėsi geriau. Senoliai, jo bus, ar penktadienį šeštadienį, ar ir penktadienį šeštadienį, ar penktadienį šeštadienį sekmadienį, ar kažkokią vieną dieną tikrai bus. Nuo 1 iki 3 tam tarp dienų matysim. Bet kažką jis rezga. Linkėjimai šeimynai senoli. Pasidžiaug šeima. Kas per antireklamą čiteris rodyti, kai visi tai žino. Kur. Kiam sekundžių. Ačiū, kad rašys streamą su tavimi įdomiau žiūrėti pristatymą. Ačiū Artūrai, kad užsukai pažiūrėti kartu. Ačiū visiems, kas prisijungite šiandieno. Pažiūrėti tai, ką pamatysite už 30 sekundžių. Gero visiems žiūrėjimo. Primenu visiems seniems ir naujiems, kas pamiršo, kas nežinda. Jeigu netyčia kartais internetas strikteltų arba parnyktų, arba atsirastų. Tai yra, jeigu parnyks, tai atsiras. Niekur nepabėkite. Žiūrim kartu, viskas atsiras, viskas tvarkoma. Aš esu Vokietijai, prastas internetas. Bet mes jį veiksime. Aš su kamufliažu jį sutvarkysiu greitai. O kas į streamą pabėgsite? Aš žinau, kur jūs gyvenate. Ai, tu po dienos išvariai? Supratau. Let's go, baby.
All of us. Let's go get him.
Ateitis. Call of Duty ateitis. Atsideda dabar. Warzone'as antras. Ant mobiliako. Sakiau, kad bus antras Warzone'as.
Yes, sir.
Atlikti dar vieną banką. Malačius. Let's start this party, guys. Daugiau, ačiū dvojačiai kada.
Everyone, and welcome to Call of Duty Next.
Garso daugiau, tuoj paduosim.
I am Johanna Ferris, the General Manager of Call of Duty, and I am thrilled to help kick off A truly significant moment, not only for the highly anticipated upcoming release of Modern Warfare 2, but a very significant moment for the future of the entire Call of Duty franchise. You see, over the last several years, we've experienced explosive and dynamic growth, and we've learned a ton along the way. And those learnings have fueled our ambition to deliver a wholly new, elevated player experience. One focused, of course, on delivering more fun and innovation, but also state-of-the-art tech advancements built to support a more connected Call of Duty community than ever before. So just know that what we shared today across Modern Warfare 2, our brand new Warzone 2.0 experience coming later this fall, and our designs to bring Warzone to mobile for players on the go are all certainly big news, but it's just the first chapter of a very bold, long-term vision that we carry to take Call of Duty to even higher heights in the years to come. Ultimately, though, we know that you, our players and fans around the world, will be the judge of all that, and it's why we are thrilled to be doing this on the eve of our Modern Warfare 2 beta, and to be here live in person with more than 200 of the biggest streamers and creators in all of gaming. They will finally get their hands on the true star of the show, the gameplay itself. So let's get right into it. It is my esteemed pleasure to introduce, alongside me, Patrick Kelly, co-studio head of Infinity Ward and the executive creative director of Call of Duty. Pat, welcome.
Thank you, Johanna. It's so exciting to be here with all of you.
Oh, no, so
it's been such a journey to get to this place. You know, on the franchise, I always get asked by people, or regularly get asked by people, what are the areas you focused on improving, or what are the areas you innovated on? We worked on improving and innovating on every area of the game. It always comes back to gameplay. Gameplay is king. But I could go on and on. Things like third person. Things like where we've innovated in the space of Battle Royale. We've got an all-new mode in DMZ that has large player counts along with massive player counts of AI. And it goes on and on and on. We've got mobile connected with progression and everything else across all of the games. And it just goes on and on. But you know what? It all comes back to one thing. It comes back to fun. Everything we do is in the service of fun. Whether you're a hardcore player or a casual player, whether you are somebody who likes to play with your friends or you like to play alone. Wherever you played, be it on console or PC or mobile, however you play, whether you're a camper or a slayer, we've tried to think about fun for you. And hopefully today you're going to see that and play that, and fun is what you come away with.
Absolutely. You know, fun is definitely what we're going to be heavily focused on. And I'm particularly excited about some of the social features that are coming as part of this launch. Things like proximity chat and new gulag twists. There's definitely going to be instances where players will interact not only with their own squads, but may even have to work together with other players in unexpected and pretty fresh ways. We've already seen some hilarious interactions, in fact, during play sessions, and I can't wait to see how these new ways to connect evolve over time. Now, Pat, what can you tell us about weapons?
Oh, wow. So we've completely innovated in the area of connecting you, the player, to your instance in the game, making you feel more in the game. And I guess you can think about it as starting out with the camera. The camera represents your eyes, right? So connecting the camera to your body. We've done that with some inverse kinematics and some physics and other things like that. We've connected then the body to the hands on the gun, again, with some sophisticated inverse kinematics. We've connected the gun with the actual bullets coming out of it. So now, wherever that gun is pointed, however it's pointed, the bullets are coming out of it exactly from the barrel. There's no disconnect there. And that's before I even get into what we've done with the new gunsmithing and how you build your weapons and the platforms, etc. But look, you're going to play it, and I hope you'll love it like we do. All right. Well, we've taken up enough time, but before they kick us off the stage, can we tell them about raids? Yes, thank you. So with the beginning of Modern Warfare 2, and then shortly after that, Warzone 2.0, and then very shortly after that, for the first time ever, we're going to release a raid in Call of Duty. It's a very different kind of gameplay. It's very intense. We think it's very fun, and we're super excited about it. And by the way, there's one other thing I want to talk about for all of you hardcore players out there. I heard so many of you talk about what challenges can you give us beyond just winning. Which, anyway, I won't go off on that, but we've got a whole series of quests and gameplay challenges that occur when you actually win in Warzone or you hit different milestones that you'll have an opportunity to do. And believe me when I say everyone in the match will know when you're on them and if you prevail at them. So look forward to that.
Big things ahead. And now, before we kick it over to Miles and team to carry the day, we are extremely excited to give you the world premiere of the Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer trailer. Thanks again and enjoy the show.
Tas čiūvas, kiek mėgsta šliaužyti, irgi kempinti, džinsai nutrinti.
We got intel reports of Hassan and the cartel forming terrorist cells all over the globe.
Terroristų valdo pasaulį.
We've never seen activity on this scale before.
They have an army, but we have each other.
The world is a vampire.
No. Где, bro? Man nieko nerodo. Ei! Pamiršau vaizdą jums. Čia ne aš. Ten buvo tamsioji zona kažkokia. Žie, oi gerulis. Čia mano ginklas bus. Girdėsiu, Davidukas lakštą mėgsta lakstyti. Į lubas bats, mėsiu Davidukas išnešios viršui. O. Čia vartas šalia. Kabėsiu ant sienų, taip ir mėtysiu. Čia gerulis. Besileidžiančias nukėpė visų. Nespėjo net į mepą nusileisti. Kūrą gali sugadinti. Dronas mamus turi nukriti. Ir vandens minus yra.
And get early access to the open beta.
Gražu, gražu. Žvejai ramiai, ramiai. Tau nesnaipas.
We've never seen activity on this scale before.
They have an army.
Ir po vandeniu gali... Oi, keli, čia geras. A, eidavo anksčiau po vandeniu, taip paplaukit irgi. Vanduo, žemė, oras. Niekur nepasislėpsi. O Davidukas jau neša miestis, nu, matau iš akių.
You're gonna be okay.
Hostage secure.
Čia antrą kartą rodo, nes ten užstrigo biškelį, man atrodo, ne? Greičiausiai. Ar kad čia greičiau mepą išmoktum, dar žaidimų nepasirodžius. O čia jau aš kėpu visus. Dudukiai, kokios naujovės matai kaip ilgametis kodų žaidėjas. Nestelkit CHATO savo nuomonę. Sniperis per boringas žvejys, sako, buvo. Čia užžydėt galės. Ja, čia konkrečiai antrą kartą rodo, nes pirmą kartą jiems kažkas tam pasipigo. Taiso klaidas.
Pre-order now and get early access to the open beta.
Vėl jiems kažkas tam pasipigo.
And there we go, Call of Duty fans. The trailer's so nice. We ran it twice. It is all there. Everything that makes this franchise so special. We are incredibly excited to be here today. And after that, quite frankly, how can you not be?
Incredibly excited, sakė. Mes irgi incredibly excited. Hibrytės, darovo visi, kas prisijungite. Malonu matyti. Laikus užmetam. Kokios nuomonės? Ką pamatėte?
We have 200 of our friends behind us who are going to be playing and streaming shortly. But before that,
200 ten streameriai yra einas.
Communications for Infinity Ward. As well as Joe Seeker over the on there, Jeff Smith, multiplayer design directors here at Infinity Ward. Guys, first off, how are things evolving from Modern Warfare 2019? I mean, let's start high level because there's a lot to get through today, guys. You saw that trailer. Let's go with the philosophy, Steph. Let's stay high level. What went into the creation?
Precisely. There is so much. This game has just so much content. It's got something for everyone, and it's really been the result of 3 years of hard work at IW and our partners across all of the Activision studios. And so much of that work started with you guys at home. The community, the fans, our creators here, and that conversation and feedback from 2019 has really been a core piece of what Modern Warfare 2 is. And it's a dialogue that we hope to, continue, especially here today. Well, we've got so much in store with this MP experience. And people like Jeff and Joe here, who I am honored to work with, and their experience on this franchise, we're in good hands.
Indeed. Okay, so Jeff, I don't know where to start anymore. Let's set up what Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer is all about. And let's stay high level for now, because there's a lot of details, friends, juicy details.
Sure, I mean, when you come into what do you keep from the previous game? What do you get rid of? And where can you add new things in and not mess up this kind of nicely balanced ecosystem that we had? And so we came up with a few methods, one of them being player behaviors. And I say behaviors and not play styles. I think a lot of people will say play styles, but that can kind of change during a match. But behaviors are more ingrained in how players play. And we just put them into 3 big groups. We call them rushers, which are just aggressive players. They just want to find the action and go. And then we have sentinels, and these are defensive players. They want to just kind of hold down a building, maybe keep a little overwatch. And then we have stalkers, which are reactive, and they kind of hang back and try to read the field and read where spawns are. And really, we just kind of use these as filters to keep us honest with the content that we're making, so that we're making enough toys and equipment for players to be successful playing our game.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
Sako, nesvarbu, kokią taktiką mėgstate naudoti, ar rašinti, ar biškai pasiginti, ar skenuoti aplinką ir laukti siurprizų iš dangaus, pasigerinimų. Visi, sako, turi savo žaisliukų, savo mėgiamų dalykų ir naujaujų, kad galėtų konkuruoti žaidime.
With Modern Warfare 2, and it's been really amazing for me to come on board this past year and see these innovations coming to life, to hear Jeff jump into, breaking down the 1v1.
Gunsmithus galima naudoti tokius pačius attachmentus ant kelių ginklų, kurie suderinami su jais, todėl nereikės ant kiekvieno ginklo iš naujo visko atrakinėti, tai sakyčiau labai logiška.
But the Aquatic Combat, some of the things you're able to do
with vehicles in the water,
I think that level of immersion is really going to speak to fans, and has been something that I've really enjoyed playing the last couple months.
Aquatic Combat. Steph loves to swim. Joe, can we go into some details about our water-based adventures in MW2?
Yeah, I mean, last game we really wanted to add water, and we knew we didn't have time, right? So in Verdansk, we froze the rivers, and we made the outskirts just a kill trigger. In this game, as soon as we started Modern Warfare 2, we leaned into water, both visually, beautiful costumes, caustics, there's waves with white caps. But we also, the gameplay side, there's unique ballistics underwater. You only can use certain weapons underwater. Your pistol is your weapon underwater. Otherwise, you can't use your primary weapon. There's also a nice cover or evasion mechanic. If you're getting shot at, you can dive into the water, and as you get deeper, it gets murkier. Like the farther you are from something, you can't see it. And so it's been super fun for us to dig into water and really flex on what water could be in Call of Duty. And you saw the boats and the mine that floats, and every piece of equipment has been filtered. Like, how does it work through water? Like, we had to look at everything in the game and say, how does it work through water? What's the best version?
Our vehicles will just slowly submerge like they really would instead of blinking out.
Yeah, everything.
A lot of details.
The behaviors are awesome.
Oh my God! Well, I can't quite wait to literally dip my toes into those waters. But guys, let's not forget about the ground and the air. Like, I mean, what else is going to be coming to the movement system, Joe? What do we got?
Well, you know, last game we did mount, and we had slide, and even though we're a military shooter, fluid movement is super important to us. So this game, as you saw in the trailer, you can see here on the video, we have a new ledge hang mechanic, and that's essentially a high mantle. But instead of doing a high mantle and throwing yourself up over into combat, you can now peek. If you have a pistol, you can pull that pistol out and use that. We also added a dive. You know, last game we had the slide that kept your gun up, but we really wanted players to have an option where if they're getting shot at, they don't know where they're getting shot at, they can get down, get out of fire. The other really cool thing is the dive's just high enough to let you get through a window. So if you throw a grenade up into a building, second story, often you'll see players, you know, like rats leaving a ship, diving out through the windows. And it's just another option for players in combat.
Yeah, and all of these dynamic movements mean you can interact with vehicles specifically in a very cool way. I'm going to save some of that gas for when we get to Warzone 2.0, but it's really exciting.
All right, vehicle details to come. But now, guys, let's talk about equipment. Obviously, Call of Duty, crazy sandbox, a lot of cool toys to play with. Joe, what are some of the new items that we're going to be throwing at each other and equipping and using and all sorts in the next game?
I mean, you saw some cool stuff in the trailer. You saw the drill charge, you saw the shock stick. One of the other cool ones you saw is the inflatable decoy. And this is a mine that you can throw out, and it basically sits there, and if a player gets close to it, it auto-deploys and basically inflates like a car airbag going off. And it faces the person that triggered it, and so it's a great distraction technique. You can also fire it off with a clacker if you want to control when it goes off. You can throw it in water, and here you just saw the DDoS. We added all this equipment into this game, and the DDoS is our kind of answer of like, hey, I'm going to breach this building. I want to go clean house, but I don't want to deal with all the shit inside. So I'm going to hit the DDoS. Boom! It's going to shut down everything. And I can move in, and clear that room. You saw the heartbeat sensor is back. It's got a new look. But it also has a battery as a balancing mechanic, so you can't use it indefinitely in Warzone. And there's so much more.
This is the Tack Cam, too, which you guys just saw, which to me is my personal favorite.
You can put out a lot of them, and even you can patch into your teammates. So you can, it gets a little crazy.
Yeah, kind of like a sticky GoPro, but will actually mark your enemies for your team. Yeah. So I expect to see a lot between moments with that today.
So many toys and new tools that we just want players to get in and play with. I think there's something like 13 field upgrades, you know, between Warzone and Core MP, and it's pretty awesome.
Oh my God! Until they all get DDoS. All this talk
about
equipment, that's one to look at.
Multiplayer is Copas Survival SP best.
Guys, what can you tell me about it and how it changes the way we level our weapons and manage them? I mean, what's going on there?
Yeah, so the new Gunsmith allows players to build out their weapons more smoothly than ever before. We put out some videos yesterday for the Intel drop. I hope people dig into those if you want a better look at Gunsmith 2.0. But we're really looking at unprecedented opportunities for weapon customization. And the new weapon platforming will actually allow players to unlock universal attachments through cross progression. So we saw a lot of really positive feedback from the community yesterday. This is sort of intended to, decrease the grind. You're no longer unlocking every single attachment for every single weapon. There will be some shared attachments through progression. And I'm really excited to see the streamers and the content creators jump into this today. I know we all love the gun bench from 2019, so it's exciting.
This does sound amazing. So we've been hearing a little bit about weapon platforms and shared attachments. This is very, very cool stuff. Can you dive into those details, though, Joe? I mean, what can we expect?
Yeah, I can add a little bit of to what Stephanie said. We had this vision last game with Gunsmith, and we were like, okay, what if you could take an assault rifle and you could make it an SMG? And that was our driving kind of like motivator for that system. And we kind of hit that. You could take it functionally through attachments, but the weapon name wouldn't change, and we couldn't change the receiver. And really, that's the key thing this game is you can go into Gunsmith, you can set up an AK-47 assault rifle with a thermal optic, with a suppressor, with a grip. And then you can say, you know what, I want to change up the playstyle of this gun. You can swap out the receiver to the AK-74U, make it an SMG, but you can keep that optic, that suppressor, that grip, they all come with. And to what Stephanie said, we have shared attachments within these platforms. We have branching progression. You unlock those guns by playing with other guns. And then we have shared attachments across all guns, and it's all to hit this vision of I'm building up an arsenal of weapons and an arsenal of attachments. I'm sitting down to my gun bench, and I'm going to make the perfect weapon for me.
Čia kaip ir sakėte, iškas chat'e prieš tai bus galima, nereikės kiekvienam ginklui atsirinkinėti attachment. Nuo vieno galėsi atsirinkęs, paskui kitą persimesti.
Yeah, and that's, you know, we wanted to ground that in reality. Functionally, a receiver, you know, is
žaisdami su vienu ginklu atsirinkinėsite kitus ginklus.
I think it provides a really seamless experience for players looking to build out the perfect weapon for a multitude of play styles. So you're going to be able to jump into that platform and customize however you want for, you know, situational combat. And you're actually going to see the FJX Cinder weapon vault in action today, which is the entirely unlocked Platform 1, the M4, the Mic 4. And the weapon vault maintains its aesthetic properties across all corresponding attachments. So we've heard you talk about the Frankenprint. This is our answer. It's an extremely rare. This is a huge, you know, project for our teams to design these, but it is the ultimate weapon blueprint. And even better, you can unlock the entire Cinder weapon vault with the vault edition of Modern Warfare 2. Available in beta.
Available in beta, so we can rock with that thing all weekend long. Okay, so Gunsmith looks incredible. Okay, I'm excited. I cannot wait to get into this one soon. Our streamers are going to get into this one soon as well. But first, guys, we need to hear about maps and modes. We've got our tools to play with, equipment, weapons, maps and modes. So let's get into this one. Let's get into the design team, you know, the philosophy, I suppose, behind building out maps. I suppose, Jeff, this is for you.
Yeah, you know,
right from the start, we knew we build
another big map, not only for Battle Royale, but also for this other mode that we've been working on for quite a long time.
I read about that on the internet.
Ah, yes.
But, you know, when you lay out these big maps, it's kind of a collection of all these little POIs, these points of interest. And within each of these, we've really fine-tuned that they can play large-scale core modes like Ground War, and a bunch of others really well. And so, you know, stepping back from this large map and looking at how much open world sandboxy gameplay that we have, we looked back at our 6v6 maps and really tried to refine and make them a tighter experience to contrast all this big world kind of exploratory gameplay. So the maps for 6v6, in comparison to the last game, they're just a little bit more straightforward, a little bit more refined, and I think fans will really enjoy how quick they play.
That sounds...
A lot of diversity in those maps as well. A lot of visual variety, some colorful maps in there, and I think they feel really clean.
Guys, you're moving me in ways I didn't imagine to be moved today. Excellent stuff.
Cry?
I might. Hey, it's the first time here on air. We've got some of the maps that we are going to be seeing in MW2. Starting with one, we've got a real fun one here, guys. This is one of the aforementioned battle maps. Team, can you give me some details on Sarif Bay?
So Sarif Bay is this little fishing town in the south coast of our big map, and we picked this because it has such a great mix of gameplay. It's right on a harbor, so we get to show off all our boats and our new amphibious APC, and, you know, swimming, as we've already said. But what you get inside the town is this really intense urban combat with all these tight little alleyways and all this great rooftop combat. And mixed with our ledge hang, you get these really cool hardcore combat action happening.
Yeah, I love how you describe the rooftops there on this map specifically as like a separate ecosystem. You can kind of migrate that entire vertical...
You can go up there and just hang out and fight other snipers.
All right, well, that looks fantastic. Jeff, okay, so that's one of our larger maps. What about some of the 6v6 maps? I think we have some footage of one of the new maps that we're going to be seeing today, named Mercado Las Almas. Do you mind giving us some details on this one?
Sure. Mercado is a little street market in a historic section in Mexico. Our story behind this is, you know, the authorities have some intel that narcotics are being smuggled out of a warehouse, and they're going in trying to find and seize them. This map plays really fast and a lot of action right down that center lane. The Mercado is a very dangerous neck of the woods, so watch out when you're playing in the beta. It plays fast.
Cannot wait, really cannot wait. Looks fantastic, and again, interesting to see you know, how that ties into campaigns and whatnot. All sorts of fun and games ahead of us. Looks amazing. Battle maps, core maps, 6v6, all this looks fantastic. But let's go back to
66 nesupratau. Mapą pavadinimas ir kas čia buvo?
On battle maps. We will have the return of Ground War, but we've got a new large
Lietuviškai tikiuosi bus galimybė pasibandyti, labai noriu kaip suoti.
So Invasion is it's a big war map. It's a big war TDM, or we affectionately call it.
Man atrodo, turėtų į Game Pass'e
būti.
būti.
20 players, but there's also 20 AI on each team. AI are coming in fast roping. They're coming in on medium birds. And it's this high action mode. It's super fun, but it's also really chill. The announcer's not barking at you. He's not saying like, hey, get to B, you know, they're taking C. You can kind of play it how you want to play it. You sit up on a rooftop and snipe. You can grab a shotgun and go room clearing. If you push too far into the enemy's base, AI will come hunt you. But we've also been really conscious of where we put AI in multiplayer. We didn't put AI in kill streaks or anything like that because we don't want AI showing up in Search and Destroy. We don't want AI in domination. This mode, though, however, was built for AI, and it's a super fun mode. Can't wait for people to try it.
Kind of a funny aside, you know, we took the name Ground War from a playlist in MW2, and that was just large-scale TDM and DOM. And we kind of did the DOM in the last game, and now we're able to add kind of the sandbox TDM, and so we're kind of completing the cycle of that that old playlist.
Yeah.
Well, this large-scale stuff looks amazing. This looks so awesome. And okay, so what about the new 6v6 modes? Let's keep dialing it in closer and closer. Steph, what have we got?
Yeah, so we also have 2 new 6v6 modes that you're going to be seeing here played today, and they will be in beta in Prisoner Rescue and Knockout.
Prisoner Rescue. Okay, let's go into Prisoner Rescue first, Joe.
So Prisoner Rescue is an attack and defend mode. It's a round-based mode. The defenders have 2 prisoners. They're kind of spread out, and they need to keep hold of them. The goal of the attackers is to get to those prisoners, pick them up, and carry them to exfil. When you pick them up, you enter what's called a wounded carry, where they're up on your shoulders and you can't use your primary weapons. Instead, you have to use a pistol if you brought it, or you're just stuck with fists. The way that we give the attackers an advantage once they grab that prisoner is they get a radar sweep for their team, so they can call out where the defenders are. And the objective icon over the prisoner goes away as soon as they scoop them up. So now the defenders have to basically rotate back to the exfil and set up defensive positions. And it's this heart-pounding, adrenaline-pushing like mode once you grab that prisoner and try and get them out.
Yeah, that hero run to exfil is
definitely you know, big S&D energy in this mode, which resonates with me in my time in esports. So this is my personal favorite of the new ones, and also sort of the strategic revives that happen. There is a revive mechanic, and so you are able to pick up your teammates, and I've seen some pretty wild comebacks in our playtest so far.
It was a lot of fun. We got to play a tiny bit yesterday. It was amazing. Incredibly fun, and I know the community is going to love diving into it over the next week. Okay, I can hardly believe there's actually a lot more content to get through, but there's one more thing I have to bring up. I have the honor of officially announcing that third-person view is finally coming to Modern Warfare 2. What are the details behind this one? We got a little teaser of it on stage from Patro, but what are the details?
Yeah, you saw a little hint of it in the trailer, too. It's been a pet project for us, right? We've always wanted to do third-person, and all we're working on all this other stuff we've been kind of lifting up and doing third person in each mode. And the cool thing is that it's a modifier on our game, right? We can just turn on third person. In the beta, we'll be playing it in Hardpoint, but we want to try it post-launch in S&D. We want to try it in VR. And we have, you know, camera work. The camera collision's been reworked. It handles tight spaces. There's a water camera. There's an interior camera. You can feel the weapon shake when you're firing with it. And it's just, we've put a lot of work into it, and we're excited for people to give it a try.
Incredible. I can't wait to see what third-person COD feels like in 2022. Sexy skins and everything. This is a lot of information, Steph. Like, there's a ton here.
I tried to warn you. We're delivering a lot of new features for you guys to try out ahead of release. And I said we were going to be bold with this beta, and we are, but there's even more to come at launch. So So this is just a taste.
How is this just how can there be even more? I mean, okay, so what about this year's third mode?
O tai ten tarp jo galėsiu junginėtis ar ten
Special Ops will
išsijungti
as our third mode, and
prieš žaidimą ar
focused
žaidimo
on
metu?
two-player missions, asymmetrical in game design. So think one player on air support, one player on the ground, and I think the OG fans will be really excited because we've looked at, you know, some of the iconic Modern Warfare missions like Overwatch and really tried to implement some of those themes into the design. So we'll be talking more about Special Ops in the months to come.
Steph, you're saying I should be looking now for a Special Ops part.
Sitting right next to you.
Yes.
Tipo vienas viršuikis apačioje bus.
Then, Stephanie, I do believe we have one more surprise for PlayStation players out there. What's that?
Indeed we do. Let's roll the clip.
Kas čia jiems stringa? Čia ne pas mane. It wasn't me. O Warzone'as 2.0. Samurai. Kas laukia Warzone antro?
Blade or bullet, fist or bow, spear, stone or arrow.
Mėgta greitai lakstyti, nuo kulkų išsukinėti. Ir nieko nepataiko.
Take Miles ISO.
Fix your mic.
PlayStation players will receive an exclusive operator, Oni. Oni is a warrior and gun for hire, descended from centuries-old samurai clan and torn between country and family, just like me. This is such an awesome-looking operator, guys. Oni is going to be playable on day one for all who pre-ordered through the PlayStation Store. Plus, he comes with a high-level weapon blueprint, playable in multiplayer and Warzone 2.0. Steph, badass.
Oni is awesome. I myself am a PlayStation player, and so I will be locking, becoming Oni main day one for this game. And it's been really awesome to see our narrative team building out his lore, really bringing this operator to life with the creation of his backstory, his motives. And I think the art team absolutely crushed it with this skin. He is so cool looking.
All right, Stephanie, we keep talking about all the things that, you know, we have to look forward to, but we are missing quite a big one here. We're missing the start of the beta. So for anyone who wants to get an early first-hand look at Modern Warfare 2, and trust me, you definitely want to, it is immediately available around the corner. For PlayStation players who pre-order any version, early access to the open beta starts tomorrow. So make sure you are preloading right now. Now, also check out the screens, since it is exactly when you complete the beta on your platform of choice. But don't forget, friends, it's also definitely worth noting that if you pre-order the Vault Edition of Modern Warfare 2, you get to use the Red Team 141 Operator Pack and the FJX Cinder Weapon Vault in the beta, in addition to being able to earn in-game rewards for playing all sorts of cool swag. And don't forget that if you digitally pre-order Modern Warfare 2, you also get up to a week early of campaign access. So wait, campaign a week early. All right, folks. I hope you enjoyed that first look at Modern Warfare 2's multiplayer. Don't forget, you're going to get to see it live and in action in a few short minutes with our crazy set of streamers here, 200 plus here, and ready to rock and roll. But first, we'll be right back to show off the world premiere of Warzone 2.0. Don't go anywhere.
Call of Duty Next, brought to you by Mountain Dew, official drink of Modern Warfare 2. Little Caesars, a proud partner of Call of Duty Next and Modern Warfare 2. HyperX, official peripheral partner of Call of Duty. Play like a pro on the big screen with 144Hz VRR and AMD FreeSync, now on TCL 6 Series TVs. Prime Gaming. Visit gaming.amazon.com today and start claiming your free content.
No, baigėsi reklama.
We have 200 creators here on site, marching down the green carpet with one mission in mind: to be the first players to play Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
And there is so much in this game. There is almost too much.
This is like one of those days where I enter and my hopes are so high.
And what are you looking forward to most when it comes to Warzone 2?
Prisoner rescue.
I'm looking forward to using that inflatable soldier decoy to
mess
a lot of players.
Kill streaks.
I'm
honestly here just to learn as much as I can to prep for Alt Nenevada.
because those guys are very old now.
So maybe some OG maps coming back.
A map that everyone can play.
Honestly, give me a broken shotgun.
What's your favorite game mode and Mountain Dew flavor combo?
Search and destroy Code Red.
Capture the flag, Code Red.
If I'm going hard with the boys on a long night at S&D and I'm trying to get some
Здорово, visi hibridai, kad prisijungite prie streamo, netrukus rodys kaip streameriai, aš ir kiti streameriai žaidžia. Dabar išbandys pirmą kartą Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 tiesiogiai mūsų ekranas ir kas sukite į streamuką šitą, nepamiršti uždėti laiko. Nes kuo daugiau laikų, tuo geresni streamai gaunasi. Kodėl? Paklausite manęs. Atsakymas. Todėl, kad laikai yra gerai.
Basic one, just Mountain Dew itself.
Man, I was gonna pick Code Red too.
Can I get a second one?
All right.
Baja Blast.
Starting October 17th, unlock dual double XP, COD points, and also an exclusive Mountain Dew skin in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 when you buy specifically marked Mountain Dew.
You thinking you getting me? Is you kidding me? Ripping everything and I'm forgetting it.
Kodėl, čia nebeturi tik per viską, čia davai, sukam.
Welcome back to Call of Duty Next. The Mountain Dew green carpet. God, it was beautiful. A lot of fun people out there. Everyone having a good time, and some incredibly well-dressed people out there, and some definitely not.
Warzone dabar pakalbėsim,
Welcome back to Call of Duty Next, friends. We promised it was coming up, and now the wait is over. It is time to talk about Warzone 2.0. We got a glimpse of some Warzone 2.0 in the multiplayer reveal trailer earlier today, and it does look awesome. However, we need some true experts to help out. Back at the desk here, we have got Stephanie Snowden, Joe Seacott is joining us, but of course, welcome Jack O'Hara, game director at Infinity Ward. Joe, how are we feeling? We ready to party here? I mean, this is a lot. We need to know everything. Warzone 2.0. Stephanie, the world cannot wait.
It feels crazy for me to be up here revealing Warzone 2.0. I ended up at IW as a fan of the game, and so this moment is absolutely bananas for me. But Warzone 2.0 is everything that we loved about the original Warzone, right? Where it's based on the same experience that we all had, that fun, all of those moments, and it's a return to shared tech across the universe for Modern Warfare 2, and that's going to create a really streamlined player experience. And I think the key innovations that we discussed for multiplayer, those all exist across Warzone 2.0 as well. So we're bringing it back. It's all connected. It's the same world, and I think the players are going to love it.
Oh my good God. Real excited about this one.
Be excited, be excited.
Jack.
Where
do we go from here?
Excited.
So MW2 and Warzone 2 have been developed side by side since the beginning, right? Since we started down this road, and they're part of the same universe. Like Stephanie said, they share the same mechanics, the same weaponry, and even more than that. But the centerpiece of all this, of course, is the new map that we've been working on since 2020 with teams across the globe. It brings together our philosophies on map design, it brings together new technologies in order to do it, and lots of artwork to make it happen. And we've learned so much from players experiencing Verdansk and playing in Verdansk over the first few years of Warzone. And we're really excited for them to land at Warzone with There's a wide variety of points of interest for players to explore in this map, and we're really looking forward to seeing everybody in there.
Oh, here we go, a brand new map to explore and traverse. I cannot wait. Stephanie, let's take a look.
That's right, Miles. Welcome to Al Mazrah. This is our new map for Warzone 2.0. It is a really interesting mix of geography. It is expansive desert settings with a mix of industrial areas, towns, a city, and of course, water. It looks way better on this screen than it did on Twitter. But you're going to find a lot of really cool elevation, rocky peaks, caves, subterranean spaces. This map is beautiful, and it's actually the biggest BR map that we've ever made. And I am so excited for all of our streamers here to jump into Al Mazrah later today.
It's huge. Look at the size of that thing. Okay, so that was a big picture, and it's a great way to see it from a sort of top-down layout. But let's take a better look at some of these points of interest.
So when we set out to create these spaces, the team works to make it feel like a real space, right? So that there's infrastructure in between all the different, what we call points of interest along the map. And if you're paying attention, you might even see a few that seem pretty familiar out there as well. And so as the team works through these, they're trying to find some variety on each point of interest to make them something that the players will want to drop in and get the particularity of that single point of interest and find the place that they want to drop and where they want to play, whether it be a high elevation observatory at the center of the map, whether it be the big city that's up the top right, and whether they want to explore that, or whether they want to work in some of our POIs where we have water intersecting with geometry here.
Kodėl tie visi pastatai
That looks familiar.
Su rytietiškais motyvais?
And there's a river system that goes through all of this. So you'll be able to catch in a boat and drive between the different POIs. And here's one
Čia visiems patinka uostas, vanduo visiems veža.
That's my favorite.
Colloquially called Sunken Town.
I mean, I love to
Blemba
swim,
plaukis,
so
būsi
you find me
plaukimo
there.
čempionas.
Absolutely.
I'm curious what you guys think, Jack and Joe, on what the hot drop will be today, right? We've been talking about this the last couple of days. This is our first time seeing other people who are not us play Warzone 2.0, and so I'm just very curious where you think everyone's going to immediately drop today.
I think some people are going to drop to Observatory just to go back to home, you know, go have some fun.
Yra betos reikalavimai paskelbti daugiau, jeigu nesunku,
you kind of hit a spot and you're like, wait
I've been here before.
I know what this is. All these flashbacks.
There's a lot of nuggets in there for some old Modern Warfare fans.
Yeah, I'll say Corey. I think that's gonna pop off.
I think people will land around the edge so they stay in as long as possible in this match. But
smart.
We have some news for our edge of the map players coming up.
Ooh, all right, guys. Well, the map looks absolutely gorgeous, and I can't wait to watch our streamers here drop in early in an alpha build later on today. Okay, so moving on to the gameplay. We've got this beautiful space to play in. How do all of these multiplayer elements we've talked about a little bit earlier, how do they fit into Warzone 2.0?
I mean, the super simple answer is all the stuff we talked about in multiplayer, the stuff you saw in the multiplayer trailer, that's all in Warzone, right? It's all integrated. So that tactical camera works in Warzone, that decoy mine works in Warzone. Like, it's all of it's been built from the ground up for both. The slide, the dive, the water. Like,
more swimming.
Yeah. This is a great taste of some of the water combat.
I can't wait to go full Captain Miller, you know, Apocalypse Now coming out of the water. This just looks...
Yeah, the rendering team made some work to come out. You're looking all wet.
Yeah.
The caustics on the bottom.
Yep.
I'm not even sure what caustics are. I have no idea, but it sounds great and it looks incredible.
You can see the armored patrol boat coming by there with its 2 turrets. There's some cool stuff.
So I'm glad you brought up vehicles. Steph, you touched on vehicles a little bit earlier. What can we talk about? You know, we've seen boats, we've seen tanks, we've seen all sorts. Jack, what have we got?
So we've implemented a new physics and handling model for the vehicles. So some vehicles are heavier, some will slide more, have more traction or less traction. And as you're driving them around and you're encountering them and other squads are playing with them, you can choose to shoot off the tires to kind of impact their handling. You can have them, they react to explosives differently based on their weight. So if you're in a heavy armored 4x4 and get hit by an RPG, it's going to kind of bounce a little bit, but not quite take the hit as a small sedan. You can also choose with your squad to be rolling into a POI and somebody jumps out on the roof, somebody leans out the window, and suddenly you got yourself a lot of firepower driving into the POI.
Короче, prašauni padangą iš karto reaguoja automobilis. Jeigu ginklas sunkus, su atatrankom irgi suvibruoja ten nuo atatrankos transportas ir kitaip vairuotis pradeda.
You can bring them to a gas station to fill them up. If your tire's been blown up, you can get out and repair it, or you can bring it to a gas station to get repaired as well.
Reikės ir benzo spilti ir galės padangas sutvarkyti nuvaryti kolonėlę.
We've got the boat that Joe mentioned with the turret at the front, turret at the back, so you can have that little moment cruising up the river with your whole squad ready to rumble. So yeah, there's so much love that's gone into these vehicles.
You forgot the coolest vehicle. The massive helicopter that you can fly around. It's a moving platform with 3 doors. And you can move a whole squad to the map.
What?
Wreak havoc. It is so cool.
Oh my God.
I mean, the fact that you can lean out of the window, you know, grab your teammates, pile in a vehicle, actually, you know, engage in battle from the window, leaning out, shooting combat.
Unless somebody blew off your door.
That won't.
That does complicate things, doesn't it?
PTSD from Joe killing me many times in our play tests.
Well, I hope the gas prices in Almaz are okay. I feel like there's a lot going on in Warzone 2.0, and my head is quite frankly spinning. What other massive changes have we got in store? Because it feels like there's so much has changed. Is it still a gulag? Do we still have circles? Is it still gas? I know there are guns, but do we shoot them? What's happening?
But what do you want to jump into first? Oh, Stephanie, go ahead. Go.
We've made some pretty sweeping changes, I think, to the high-level components of Warzone 2.0 to continue providing players with both a dynamic and rewarding VR experience. But Warzone 2.0, you're going to hear it over and over again today. It's about fun. This is about playing with your friends, having fun, you know, friends new and old. Maybe you're making them a game. And I think one particular feature that I cannot wait to see the streamers engage with will be our prox chat.
Yes!
So it's coming. It will be in Warzone, and there's going to be some amazing clips. But I think Joe can tell us a little bit more about looting in Warzone 2.0. I'm listening to that.
The streamers love prox chat.
They're like, yes!
You know, in looting in Warzone 2.0, we still have the humming crates. You know, you can still travel around and listen for those. We still have the loose loot on the ground, but we wanted to add a layer of learnability and logic to our looting, right? So if you're outside, if you're a little kid, you fall down, you hurt your knee, and your mom's going to go inside, go to the medicine cabinet and get you something a Band-Aid, Neosporin, whatever. So that's our looting. If you need health items, you can hit a bathroom in a building and there'll be a medicine cabinet. You can open it up. If you want to get loadout items, there are these hidden caches throughout in between the POIs that are in ground, and you can memorize where they are because they're always there. So you can kind of start to develop these paths through the map of how you loot. And there's this logic applied to looting. You know, you can find toolboxes that'll have grenades and things in them. And you find these other crates that are kind of like, it's as if the military that occupied this space came through and dropped off military items. Those crates are always there, so you can always have this reliable layer to looting.
Короче, лутинimo vietos medicininės vaistinėlės vis laik tose pačiose vietose bus.
A route we planned, hit the gas station, gas up,
keliuką,
pick up ammo.
Kokias ilgiau pažaidęs bus, tai visas keliukus bus įsiplanavę, kas mažai žaidė, belia kur nebėgsi tam ragis. Nieko nėra. O vaistinėlės tai pastatuose voniuose rasis.
And then those circles kind of close down. What it does is it segregates teams, and you have these micro battles in those circles. And at a certain point, you're like, okay, we've cleared out our circle. We think we're good. And then those circles merge. They come back together, and you have this very directed fight of like, as the circle's moving, you're like gearing up in buildings. You're like, here we go. It's about to kick off. And as soon as those circles hit, you have that final fight. So it's another kind of like twist in the gamelplay that we feel like is a cool world event that would happen. Like, oh, the circle's splitting. We need to do X.
Crazy. Get in the car. We're going now. Go. All right. So apart from circle splitting, what about the gulag? Is that still around? I mean, there's so much change, man. I mean, I'm ready for it.
The gulag, we've been experimenting with. But the gulag that we have running right now is you're not in there alone. You actually have this temporary alliance with another opponent in the map, and you have to work together, and if you can defeat the other team, you can get out. And after that, you guys are enemies again. But for that moment, it's like, all right, we need each other. Let's do this. You use the proximity chat to talk to each other. And the other thing we've been playing around with is you may see a little bit of an AI presence in the gulag. So you have to be on your toes. Like, you're working with an enemy. There might be an AI here. You're picking up weapons. And we're excited for people to try it. And
we're going to get feedback today, too. And like Joe said, we've been through some pretty wild iterations of the gulag, which I will not reveal here. But there's a lot to
There certainly is a lot in store. Jack, the new concept coming to Warzone 2.0 called Strongholds. That will include AI that may impact how players get their weapons, etc. Can you clue me into what that's all about and if it's even true?
Absolutely. So strongholds are reinforced buildings that the AI is occupying inside Al Mazrah in BR. And the players can choose whether or not they want to engage with them and assault them to get cool rewards, including free loadout items, which is one of the new ways that we're adding for players to get their hands on that best weaponry. We've worked really hard to bringing AI at scale into Warzone 2, and you're going to encounter them in multiple modes in different ways. In BR specifically, they're in these strongholds, and if you get to a stronghold, you can find the location of a black site, which is going to have even cooler stuff in it, and you can fight your way from one to the next. But in other modes, you're going to find the AI occupying large portions of the map and just kind of protecting different POIs in different ways.
Unreal. Okay, so we've all heard the rumors that Warzone 2.0 is going to have some very, very interesting new modes. Would you care to confirm or deny Stephanie Snowden?
It's finally time. I have read about some new modes on the internet recently, but one of the most exciting things about Warzone 2.0 is confirmation that an all-new sandbox experience is coming at launch. I am happy to announce DMZ, Call of Duty's Extraction mode, will arrive with Warzone 2.0 at launch later this year. I played DMZ for the very first time on my first day at IW, and to this day, playing it non-stop, the possibilities with this game mode blow my mind.
So DMZ. I can also confirm that DMZ is real. We're not going to go into depth on it today because we do have to keep some stuff in reserve. What I can tell you, though, is we've created a rich sandbox where you can define your own win condition. You infiltrate Al-Mazrah, you accomplish your goals, and then you decide to extract when the time is right. It is played across the whole map, and the AI is occupying large sections of the map, and they are lethal opponents, and they do command your respect. You have to watch out for them. You have to work with your team. They patrol areas, they occupy strongholds, and they'll reinforce based on players' actions. And then on top of all this, you can choose which mission you want to accomplish, or you can chase after a variety of activities in the world. And you can play this differently depending on your playstyle. You can go loud, like I always do. You can go quiet, or you can hunt other players or avoid them entirely. Or you could just decide, hey, I'm going to explore the secrets of Al-Mazrah and see what's there.
Loot up, it's totally up to player choice there, and I'm really excited about the full scale of what we're delivering for this chapter, and we want players to have an amazing experience in Warzone 2.0. We've been listening to the conversations in the community, specifically around small maps, ricochet, anti-cheat, ranked play, and beyond. And trust me, although we're touching on some of the core updates to the overall Warzone 2.0 experience today, and mostly focusing on BR, there will be more news to share over the coming months. This is only the beginning for Warzone 2.0.
Okay, I need Warzone 2.0 and DMZ in my life ASAP. Stephanie, when?
Warzone 2.0 will be free to play for everyone on November 16th. With the start of Season 1 across Modern Warfare 2. Mark your calendars, that's about 2 weeks after after Modern Warfare 2 launches. And we had 125 million players in the original Warzone, and I cannot wait to see all of you and hopefully more of you in Al-Mazrah for this experience.
And you will have a chance to see a Warzone 2 Battle Royale Alpha playtest happening right here behind us very, very soon.
Yeah, the streamers are hot to trot. They're raring to go. We will see all of you in Al-Mazrah on November 16th. But don't go anywhere just yet. Stick around, because when we come back, you'll see just what Warzone looks like when it's built up from the ground for mobile. You're not going to want to miss this. After that, we have live gameplay coming at us with all of our friends set up across each and every Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer. We've got Warzone 2.0, Battle Royale, we've got Warzone Mobile. It's all happening here, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go too far.
Bėgam visi pameišti, kas nenorite meišti greitai, ir laikus užmetam. Metam laikus, sumetam, kas dar neužmetęs laiko, metam laiką, laikas palaiko ir laiką pralaikina. Tuoj po mobiliakus pasakos. Apie Call of Duty mobiliakus. Kas jas mobiliakų žaidėjai? Čiurneš.
Jack Links. Squad up with Sasquatch. Jack Links is good with it.
Šitaip bus mix multiplayer, kur bus vienu metu galima su botais ir su kitais žaidėjais. Skamba kaip Doom Eternal game mode, kuris buvo nutrauktas. Invade other players gameplay. Laikykitės. Reiks blempas klapkime. Let's go, baby. Let's go! Kampas. Liepsnas ant kojų užsimetė. Dūmų užkė. More players. We need more players. More. Čia kad priešininkai geriau pamatytų tave, kad nesileidžiu. Kad DMZ bus Warzone antram, ten pusiau su botais, pusiau su kitais žaidėjais. Galėsi žaisti. Arvių komentarą paskaityk, kad sako, bus panašiai kaip Mixed Multiplayer, kažkas panašaus kaip Doom'e atšauktam režime. kur buvo Invade apie players gameplay. Gerai, Kristupai, kad studentas. Kažko naujo išmoksi. Maladėts. Čia Daviduko taip prismaudė. Sorry, Daviduko. O Tarkoje irgi prieš botus neždigi Tarkoje. Tik prieš gyvus. On mobile. Now. Available. This.
What a jam-packed day we've had here so far. We got Warzone 2.0 and Modern Warfare 2 already good to go. But finally, we're hitting something new here, coming into mobile. We got Warzone Mobile 2 here for you. It's me, Beef Mommy, and I couldn't be more excited to be here with none other than Chris Plummer. And Chris, what do you have for us today?
That's right. Today we are proud to introduce Call of Duty Warzone Mobile.
Yeah.
This is the real thing, and it's on your phone. For the first time ever, you can drop into Call of Duty Warzone from wherever life takes you. Let me quickly point out the gameplay you're seeing today is still alpha, so it's only going to get better.
O tai galėsi tam mobiliakuose žaisti kartu prieš visus, bus mixed multiplayer, gali prieš PC, prieš konsolės galėsi vyryti, ar kaip, ar tik tai su mobiliakais, prieš mobiliakus.
The legendary Verdansk?
You know, this is where Warzone gameplay was born, and we're bringing the legendary Verdansk map to mobile for the very first time. From its hallmark vistas.
Multimedijos technikas. Gerai skamba, Kristupai. Sėkmės tau.
They're just so much fun to play in.
Jo mepo pavadinimas Verdanskas.
Ready for battle. In intimate, close quarters, combat environments, there's so much variety in Verdansk. It's famous for good reason. Teaming with fan favorite locations like Boneyard and Superstore, even TV station.
Well, I'm getting classic Call of Duty Warzone flashbacks here. Can you tell us more about the gameplay? Or, you know what, maybe just give me your phone real quick. Maybe I can see for myself. No?
You know, the team has a passion for delivering the most authentic Call of Duty experience possible for mobile devices. From the way you aim and move to the weapon handling and the control responsiveness, all these critical little details combine to make Call of Duty Warzone mobile feel best in class. We've made sure that the physics, the feedback, the sights and sounds, all those essential little touches are smooth and accurate. It's about creating an experience that's so true to form, you can imagine feeling that dirt compressing under the soles of your boots with every move. Or imagine those tiny shockwaves of recoil moving through your entire body with every shot. In Warzone Mobile, these are the kind of details that we care about that make the combat feel airtight and authentic.
That makes me really emotional, Chris. And you know, it sounds like everyone's paying attention to detail, and it's finally paying off. Now, when I think of Call of Duty Warzone, I think about strategy.
Absolutely. There's a lot more going on than pure gunplay. For example, when you're out there exploring a map and evading the gas circle collapse, you can try to sneak up on another player and pull off a finishing move. It's like ultimate bragging rights. And if you're feeling more strategic, you and your squad, they can complete contracts, use that cash at buy stations. There's a ton of variety there, including lots of different abilities like bringing back a fallen squad mate. Now, that contract economy, it adds a ton of depth and strategy through risk and reward.
I really like that you brought that up, because if you're talking about risk and reward, I think about the kill streaks. I think about the gulag. Are they going to be there too?
Yes. Everything you come to expect from Warzone, it's going to be there, especially kill streaks. This means you can deploy your big stick of choice like, you know, a precision airstrike. You might be able to wipe out an entire squad with it. So not so fortunate for them, but they're not necessarily down for the count either, because we have the gulag. So here players can fight for a second chance. So when you go down, you get to fight one-on-one with another down player, and you can earn your way back into battle. This is how Warzone Mobile plays out on a truly massive scale, unlike anything we've ever played on mobile before. For this reason, we're pushing way past the envelope on high player counts to make sure each match is jam-packed with our signature style of combat. So we are supporting up to 120 live players in the single match.
Wait, hold on. Did you just say 120 players? Or do you mean bots? Because it seems like in Battle Royale games on mobile, they're usually loaded up with boring bots.
Well, we believe it's critically important and a lot more fun to play with real, live, human opponents. And that's our focus. So for anyone who's tired of playing with nothing but bots, we hear you. We're talking up to 120 real players ready to hunt you down with real human skill and real human emotions. That is Call of Duty Warzone Mobile.
And we hear you in the crowd. Everyone's excited, and absolutely it is huge. And I don't think there's a game on mobile that can top that, in terms of real player count, of course. But how are you able to even pull that off?
We can support real player counts at dramatically higher scale than we've ever seen in other Battle Royale games on mobile because Warzone Mobile is running on advanced, unified Call of Duty technology. This is the same shared tech behind the console and PC versions of Warzone 2.0. It gives us a ton of advantages, like these incredibly high player counts, authentic Call of Duty combat and gameplay systems, and it opens the door to a much more connected experience across all platforms.
So when you say more connected, does that mean that Warzone Mobile will share content and features that will be in the console and PC version of Warzone 2.0?
Exactly. Delivering a deeply connected experience, it's been a strategic pillar from the beginning of development. Now, we know that your time is precious, and your investment in playing is now recognized across Modern Warfare 2, Warzone 2.0, and Warzone Mobile. So wherever you're playing Call of Duty, it is time well spent, including on mobile. Even your friends list and chat are shared across platforms, so you can stay in touch with your friends, whether they're playing on console or PC or mobile, wherever they choose to play.
I mean, that is so exciting. I totally get that.
Now, one of the coolest benefits of having this kind of connectivity is that Call of Duty Warzone Mobile is loaded up with the same authentic Call of Duty weapons and operators you'll recognize from Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 2.0. And whatever you get from the Battle Pass, you will see it on console or PC. It'll also be there on your mobile device too. And the other way around works as well.
I really love to hear that. And as a matter of fact, I saw some of the same weapons and operators being shown earlier today in Call of Duty Warzone 2.0. Are you aiming to make it exactly the same on all platforms?
You know, that's a great question. See, the team's incredibly excited about how deeply connected and authentic the experience is in Call of Duty Warzone Mobile. And we'll continue to adapt the best content and features and innovations created across the franchise. But at the same time, we recognize that mobile is a very unique platform. Mobile has its own flavor, advantages, and player expectations.
Sounds like the game will be tied into the Call of Duty franchise pretty nicely. And will there be mobile-specific events or content that is unique to Warzone Mobile?
Yes. Above all else, the team is committed to ensuring Warzone Mobile is a world-class, mobile-first experience right down to its core. Controls are a huge part of it. It just needs to feel natural on the device, intuitive, and native to the platform. A lot of it comes down to tuning, and this is why we're supporting synchronous crossplay between iOS and Android platforms exclusively on mobile, and we're avoiding the imbalance that comes with cross-playing between mobile devices and consoles or mobile to PC. This allows our teams to deliver the best possible mobile
mobiliakais Androidai su iOS galės varyti, o konsolė su PC crossplay.
Now, keeping those controls balanced for all player types, it's super important.
Man
so whether
tai
you're the hardcore mobile pros, or maybe you're a console first player that's sneaking in an extra match during your lunch break, even brand new players to the franchise who need a little help getting into the flow of the game, we are committed to providing the most robust control options anywhere for a pick-up-and-play experience that's accessible to all of our players.
I love that accessibility, and that means all my friends can get in on the action for a change, but how do they sign up?
Well, it's time to get your mobile devices ready, because I'm super excited to announce that starting right now, you can pre-register for your free download in the Google Play Store. Signing up means that you can be among the first to play when the game launches next year.
Galite užsiregistruoti iš anksto, kas su mobiliakais norėsite žaisti greitai. Neskanokit koduką.
Call of Duty Warzone Mobile.
With that being said, hey, we got Ferg on the horn, and I think he's literally the first one to pre-reg. Ferg?
Hey guys, Ferg here, and I am thrilled to be one of the first to pre-register for Call of Duty Warzone Mobile. And now you can too. Scan the QR code at the bottom of the screen to be among the first to drop. Tell your friends, because the more pre-registrations we drive, the more rewards we can earn. like special weapons, vinyls, and emblems. Plus, if we reach the top milestone of 25 million pre-registers, we're going to unlock a super cool secret reward. You're not going to
wait. What
are you waiting for? Sign up using the QR code below.
Kažin kaip kaista telefonai, kai, pavyzdžiui, normalų game žaidė kaip Call of Duty. Čia pirštinės reikia užsidėti. Su ledukais, su pašaltinimais. Galėsi ją mesti baltą pirštinę, mesiu visas į baltą į juodą.
We are back. It's Miles here, joined by Maven, Oh, guys, the adults have left us alone on the desk, and now it's our time to have some fun. I don't know about you guys, but okay, it's been a pretty litty day so far. Yeah. Where do we even start? I mean, dude, mobile, bro. It's a new era of Call of Duty.
I've been addicted to Call of Duty for over a decade. You're telling me I could be in the airport playing Warzone now? Back in Verdansk? That's lit. Also, Al Mazrah looks absolutely incredible.
Oh, it's insane. There's no shortage of crazy stuff coming my way. Ali, I mean, lay it on me. Multiplayer for Warzone, for Modern Warfare 2. Insane.
It's incredible. We actually got to load up with some of the players yesterday in a little bit of a pre-test, and loading into Gunsmith 2.0 was actually so aesthetically pleasing, and I think everybody at home, once they also get their hands on it, they're going to love it just as much as we do here.
Truly. Maven, my good friend, you've played more Warzone than most people on the Northern Hemisphere.
Čia kameros nevaikšto taip kaip nors, iš šonus, iš viršaus vaizdo nebūna čia. Mes kaip piešia mėgstam iš viršaus, dar galėtų čia dar praskristi virš komentatorių iš viršaus kameros. Kaip galvojat, nesupyktumėt? Ties vienu vedėju.
It's going to be something, man. We really have seen a lot so far today. We've seen what Warzone Mobile, of course, multiplayer there, and a bit of Warzone 2.0. Cannot wait. But guys, it's time to get into business. Let's now get into the command center.
If you know what I mean, guys.
This is it. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the command center, presented by
Daudukai, ačiū duojačiai, laikas gameplay. Jo, laikas, laukiam. Ačiū Daudukai. Ačiū. Būk telefoną pasiruošęs, tau turi iš bankos skambinti. Sakys vėl čia, tau kažkas ten daro. 3-4 reikia ne iš viršaus ar šono. Matai, geriau žino tas visus kampus.
Every time I sit down, I take a breather, I'm like, so much. But first and foremost, guys, before we get into this one, there's so many streamers here. We need to give a shout out to Intel, who's powering all of the streaming PCs here today. Massive shout out to those guys. Clint, there are 2 PCs on every desk. Explain.
I couldn't believe it. Cloaksy is here. Like the fact that he actually made the trip out. The fact that you have a dedicated PC to the streaming side and to the gameplay side, and it's set up for this many people.
Ridiculous.
It's incredible.
Ridiculous. We're actually almost ready to get into the gameplay, guys. I mean, Ali, you teased it.
At last.
Yeah,
at last.
A little.
Žiūrėkite, kas laukia gameplayo. Užmeskit laikiuką. Ar mažą donatuką? Donatuką mažą. Ar laikiuką ar donatuką parodykit, kad laukia gameplayo. Kad aš žinočiau, kad laukia kažkas gameplayo. Išreiškite savo mintis veiksmais, paspausdami mygtukus po video. Kokius nors.
Incredibly loud. Yesterday it was loud, and I believe like not even everybody had shown up yet. So now that we have a full building of all of these creators, all of these PCs, I'm expecting people to get up and start screaming Miles. It's going to be insane.
Clint, we heard Courage from like headphones on. He can be heard in space.
Oh yeah, no. 100%. He's on a subtrain or something. Lord knows what that's going to sound like, but. My boy Tyler Blevins Ninja here as well, but like I think this is a testament to how pumped up everyone gets about Call of Duty every year. Like the fact that there are this many big name streamers.
Daudukas dar dvejak užmetė. Laukiam. Ačiū Daudukai dar kartelį. Ačiū visiems už laikus. Ačiū Daudukai už dvejak. Ačiū laukimą.
I mean, and you've been around a long time in the Call of Duty world. In this venue right now, we've got streamers and players from all across North America, South America. We've got players all over Europe.
Rožiniai plaukai jau būdavo, ne mėlyni. Mėlyni būdavo, ne?
All over here, mobile players everywhere. How do you describe the vibe in the room right now?
I mean, it's just incredible. It's a bunch of homies who love Call of Duty all in one room getting ready to grind. And, you know, I was talking to them earlier. I was walking around doing the round saying what up to everybody. They're going hard, right? Like, I was talking to some of the Warzone guys, Repos. He's like, I'm here to fry. Zuma's ready to go. So I'm interested to see them with these new weapons and the gunsmith, what they come up with, especially our new game modes like Prisoner. It's going to be lit.
Listen, as much as they're here for their love of Call of Duty, they're also here because they want that like everybody wants it. You're trying to go out and fly some of these big names, get a clip out on social, your YouTube, whatever it's going to be. So yeah, I'm sure people are going hard in the paint or falling to their desk at their Tim. I'm sure we're going to have a couple of those.
We'll go a little bit of that later on. I think we're actually ready to hop into gameplay. Dr. Lupo, one of our first here And he's already down and out, but we are playing, I believe this is Hardpoint and Mercado, nameless.
Yeah, you know, I didn't get to play this map yesterday, but one thing I just want to point out with this game is it's a lot more vibrant than some of the MW games that we've had.
Kiek aš turėčiau pralošti, kad aš taip lakstyčiau?
That's something that I always enjoy, especially with Call of Duty.
Aš jau tą mapą žinau, gal kai išlaktų kaip
I think sometimes you go dev to dev, and yeah, it's like you have your more realism, like your grays and brows. Some will have a little bit more color, but like this map in particular, yeah, the second we start the fly-through of this, it just looks gorgeous. It really does. And not that I had any concerns about the visual side of it, because they knock it out of the park every year, but it's just aesthetically pleasing. It is.
It's very, very pretty. That is, of course, Dr. Lupo. You can watch him stream this live. Every single member of the crazy, I don't even have a name for it, the stream pit here, COD Next, all of them live on their own channels, and unreal, man.
Yeah, it's unreal.
Ir man irgi galite mano kanale matyti, kaip aš
about the game and the movement, though. When I first hopped on yesterday, the movement felt so much different than Call of Duty's in the past. You know, it's not that slide cancel. You got to complete your slide. The dive mechanic, it plays out so much different when you're going into a gunfight. You can dive out of a window. Miles, it was a lot of fun. We were getting into the mix.
We really did get into the mix. I'm going to tell this now on air in front of God knows how many people, but last night, Ninja wasn't in the venue. I played on his setup. He wasn't quite here yet. And I found there is an in-game, like, whisper feature. So I was sending messages to other creators as Ninja, talking horrendous, man. Like horrendous trash talk. All very good-natured friends of mine, you know, but I'd be kind of weird to get that from Ninja. He has no idea. I walk up and slap him. I walked past him today and I was like, good morning, dude.
Normaliai kokie vyrai. Tai jie čia rodo kažkokią neaiškę.
Not a word, but...
Nu, davai užmetam.
Not a word. I actually got into a game against you specifically. I was on, I believe, Nate's shot streaming account. I don't believe that he's here today, but I was being disrespectful with some people. I believe that you were in my last game, and the second I killed you, you left.
Slėdimas yra, jie nežino. Jie neturi pultelio, tai nežino. Ačiū daug už Dvajaką.
A quitter, Miles. It was Ninja. Over to Courage now, who's having a good time.
FPS kamera biškai kitaip juda, akim atrodo estetiškiau kažkodėl.
Listen, he is, as much as he's like a fun, good-loving, like everyone takes a Jack, it's just like this great-natured guy. He is one of those competitive human beings I've ever met. Like, he gets pissed, bro.
Passion. Raging passion. And look, it's me on the right-hand side. No, it's not. It's me.
And I will have to say, to test to what Ant was talking about earlier, about the game mechanics, something else that I noticed that I don't feel like I felt
in other Call of Duty games is how realistic the movement with your gun is, if that makes sense. Like, there's obviously always going to be recoil, your attachment's always going to mess with that, but when you peek corners and stuff, the way your gun moves with you is very, very realistic, and I think that's going to be something a lot of these players are going to notice and have to get used to very quickly.
And you saw a taste there of when you're spectating a player, you get that kind of like over-the-shoulder, like tactical camera view, and it just adds this insane level of like, it's like realism, but like it just looks so exciting to watch. And when you're, enjoying like, maybe seeing your teammates play or whatnot, it just looks so cool. It's a nice new feature here in the game. And sorry, Clint, this is the new knockout mode. I don't think you might not know what this means.
I haven't played it yet. Yeah, no. I was watching some of the guys play. I just wanted to kind of live react and enjoy it.
Yeah.
Like, there's so much new stuff. Like, I've just been looking forward to seeing what's going to be on the table. But let's see if Jack can actually step up this time. No, not going to happen. Just getting destroyed. I'm sorry. Superior positioning, Jack. You are awful.
You are awful.
Oh, was that too hard? He's my...
No. Komentatorius, aš būsiu komentatorius, kuris komentuoja komentatorius, kurie žiūri streamą.
There's something else. It wasn't.
Ką tu čia reguliuoji?
Sensitivity or something? What is it? No, Jack.
Wherever he's spectating is using my favorite SMG, by the way, too. I think that's the hurricane.
Jautrumo pasimažinti. Galėtų rašyti streamerio vardą, dabar neaišku, ką čia žiūrint. Bet tai kai jie rodo tos streamerius, ten pas juos internetas prastas, pas mus va, Full HD, 10 šiam, 10-8 šiam FPS varo.
Modern Warfare in 2019 when they introduced the gunsmith, there was a lot to take in, but now everybody's familiar with it, especially grinding Warzone, switching up those attachments, and it's just a better version of that.
Like a good middle ground,
it's just a better version of that, right? Like the gun moves around with you as you're in
there. You can switch out all the attachments.
Kiekvienas streameris ten savo kokias nors. You can change it up, turn a M4 That's really cool.
Oh,
that was nearly a snap.
That was nearly close.
One of the all-time greats in the competitive Call of Duty.
Arba interneto ten bottleneck.
If not the. Yeah, I don't know why I said it that way.
Yeah, no, like the all-time great. Yeah,
he's the greatest, but there we
Nes
go.
kameros, kai kuriuos rodo, tai normaliai atrodo. Pats gameplay'is.
I mean, at this point in time, obviously, it's quite hard to recognize, but that is a part of the M4
Čia ne dėl skilyti, ne pas mane, čia vaišiūtė, tai pažiūrėkit, kai pradeda lėkti, tai pas juos, ne pas mane.
It's going to be crazy, even with the AK, turn 74 you. Just make some crazy different loadouts. You know some of these guys, J-God's going to have so much fun with that.
9.5-hour long attachment video from J-God.
Oh God, you know, he's so excited about that. And I want to talk about the map aesthetics for a moment and like the layout. Is the rooftops, like the new ledge, how you can jump and then you can hang off the side of the ledge. That's a new thing that you can add into this game.
You can jump from
rooftop and like you can jump further than you think. And I found that out very quickly. Like I would get to an edge of rooftop and I was like, I wonder if I can make this jump. You can make the jump. You can make it across like the map if there's tall buildings. You can make it across the map without ever having to touch on the ground. And I think for snipers, that is going to be their absolute playground.
Speaking of snipers, PAMATYK now, who's having a great time here. I mean, we've seen a lot, Clint, of the weapons so far, but surely a sniper.
Well,
Bet kai nušauni daudukai, į priekį bėgi nušovęs, ar pavyzdžiui, pastate būni per langą nušauni, ką nors, ar pro duris. Bėgi į tą vietą, kur nušovi žmogų, ar apsisuki bėgi atgal. Į priekį bėgi nušovęs, ar atgal.
And this knockout game is not going very well for the red team right now. PAMATYK's team obviously winning this one. Again, secure the grab, the money bag, hold onto that bad boy. Oh, I forgot to here at Top Next. It's all going on. Mobile gaming right side of your screen. We've got all of it going on. Really, a celebration of everything that is Call of Duty and even courage. He may have just sworn.
Do you see the gloves?
Yeah, they're
professionals. True professionals.
Wait, do I probably need to get this? I've been playing some COD Mobile, Diablo Immortal. Like I've been grinding more mobile games. I have my iPad and I'm loving it. Do I need to get little thumb sleeves?
I think you should. Yeah.
You know, sometimes it gets a little bit slippery. I need thumb sleeves. What are they called? Thumb sleeves.
You're in the right place to ask.
Dažniausiai priekį daugiau sakau. Gerai sporto, ačiū. Žinosim, kur tu esi.
No, that's actually an issue. It's like it's a little bit slippery.
Traukia iš daug informacijos.
So they're playing some hardpoint here.
Taktiką. Kur cininkas dingęs, nieko
We
nebėra.
love hardpoint. Miles, we were talking about this morning. When there's a hardpoint and there's some elevation above it, you can dive into it, turn around, land on your belly, and absolutely fry. So, you know, there are some movement mechanics for you speed demons out there if you want to make some plays.
Yeah, there's a lot of talks about slide works now, and of course the dolphin dive is back. I don't think we're not officially calling it a dolphin dive. Joe's calling it the dive itself. I mean, it's a really fun mechanic. It's fast. So we get to see some gameplay with it. I've actually been walking around talking to some of the sort of the CDL players. I'm like, hey guys, try to stop sliding, try to dive a bit more. Come on, Butters. Show us the dive.
Right out the window. Just dive out the window. Send it.
And all the windows are built
Įsivaizduoju, kai aš einu į slėptą ir daudukas, tai paskrenda, blemba, kaip koks, nežinau. Kaip flashas, kaip Superman. Atbėga mane, nušauna ir nubėga. Aš kraučiu, kad
that's going to be one of the M4 platforms and the sniper on the other side. And we
the mechanic, look.
There we go, testing things out, trying to find the sneakiest, fastest way across the
map. Šitas kodas esi pagal į sportą. Ta prasme, žaidėjų kiekio.
Look at her face. She's just like going around, testing out the movement. Someone just runs right in front of her. That works out. Give me a freebie.
You know what I'm noticing on this map that I actually like a lot? Not as many doors.
Nežinau, kodėl, bet keista matyti mergičką tokį geimą žaidžiu. Savut irgi sakė žaidžia. Man kažkaip toks atrodo.
Jeff talking about that, you've got a very distinct feel. So it's like the battle map is very large.
Bahur
way
žaidimas.
more intense action, of course, like the evasion stuff. 6v6 is a totally different flavor. I mean, that obviously excites us more than maybe it should most.
Oh, I mean, we love it, right? Like we're here to see people go hard, try to win, be competitive.
Tame mepe dar nespės susigaudyti, Sinikas sakė, susigaudė, nelabai koks.
Snipers are going to be
Sinikas žino tas
Max 2 stories.
kovodučius.
I could be completely wrong there, but
hit it. Hit it.
Also, look at that little stock.
Did you guys use the sniper yesterday?
Yeah, right?
No, I didn't.
I used it for a whole
invasion cutest little
map.
stock I've ever seen.
It was so fun.
I think we were in the same game too.
Yeah, I was in the back sniping the whole time.
I can't wait
O kurie čia
map
rodo žvėjai, nežinau, blemba. Modern Warfare gal?
Handsome looking weapons.
It looks right. Speaking of handsome.
Also, something we haven't talked about yet is the way the perks work.
I love the perks
because it reminds me
of that. Įdeda tos modus, kur atrodo įdomiau net žiūrėti, nei CS, kaip po biškį. Čia skraido, blemba, čia, nežinau, čia flashai visi. Kas per greičiai.
So it's actually it's completely new. They've redone it, and it's going to be sweet.
Well, the reason I think I haven't really played it yet to deal with it too much to see
Kas tas mėlynos rodiklis į apačią?
How vastly different it makes the gameplay, but I know for a lot of us, when you're playing like the multiplayer experience, I feel like you get a couple perks you like, and you just sort of pick those. They're your go-to. You don't really think about it, right? Like you figure that out in the first couple days or weeks of playing the game. Those are your perks. Now it's like I feel like there's more decision-making that goes into it, which I personally think is exciting. Now, I don't know what I'm going to be running, but it does feel like they were saying, what was it, the different
Žvejai planuoja, ieško, kur vanduo yra
šitą mapę. Your sentinel, like they want to, even if it's not like class-based per se, they want to kind of funnel it with that behind the perks. Right? They got pretty dope.
But you can also make your own. So pick your own 2 perks, your next one, and your ultimate, so you can, figure out what you want. And it's just nice having like a rewarded game, especially when you're frying, getting that extra perk.
It really does, change what you start off with the base. You unlock one after a period of time. You get kills, you get points. The game progresses slowly, so no matter how you're playing, you're going to get your perks eventually. But obviously, higher scoring games, you're going to get more.
Tos rodiklis turi būti juose ir laikyti tą teritoriją tam tikrą laiką.
Way more detail. But the idea that, like, the first 2 perks, they're fine. They sort of help out the gameplay.
Tas režimas, kur
mid-tier perk, way more sort of impactful. And that final perk, like, kind of like the super perk. That's not going to turn you into Captain America, but it is going to make you way more effective.
I kind of want to be Captain America
beans right now. Taking Jeff and Joe's thunder.
Well, Symphony was just on screen, so.
I mean, the wagon on that boy.
What?
There it is.
Right, listen, picture there.
Yeah, 2 million views on TikTok, something like that. It's impressive stuff.
That's what you're watching? In your free time, Quinn?
Yes, it might be. It might be.
Okay.
I'm watching
It's Brooke's TikTok, she's very
Galėtų
creative.
prie kiekvieno streaminio rodo parašyti, kas toks ir ne visi gal žino.
This looks cool. This is one of the maps.
Pavyzdžiui, mane kai rodė nebuvo parašyti, kiti nežino, kas iš toks.
Ooh, let's go.
Tušia kėdė rodo per kamufliažą nesimatos.
And of course, we're talking about like 3-lane maps. This is one of those maps that felt like a very good hybrid 3-lane map that does really, really well when it comes to a game mode like search and destroy. Like you have your traditional outer lanes, and they have their hidden corners, and they have their ways, and then that middle is just pure chaos. It's kind of like a little bit of like it reminds me of like a paintball range with all the walls and the corners that there are. So this is probably one of my favorite maps that we are playing right now in the beta testing. And as you can see, everybody is having so much fun on it. I mean, 4 and 5, everybody's doing pretty okay. It's a close game. Aiden has 14 kills. I just saw the kill board. He's on the other team.
Mason just realized he's on the stream, though. He's ready to get nasty. He's going in.
He's fully loaded. Look at the bottom. He's got all his perks.
He is perked up, quite literally.
Come on, Mason. Show me something special.
He is flying.
Oh, wow. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, no!
That's the Fennec. I was loving that one yesterday.
Oh!
That thing turns...
That's an OG weapon.
That turns people in a super close range, but Bornyhoff just gave him the
business. Smoked him.
Nice try, Mason. We still love you.
Hurricane OP. Hurricane.
Cininkus sako, labiau Halo ar Unreal Tournament primena negu seną gerą kodą. Tai nepatinka.
Like, it's everything we liked about MW19, all the stuff that was already there existing, and they've just been, I mean, it's Salt Bay right on top, just hammering away, sweet seasoning top to bottom. And it was a close game, and now it's done.
Another thing. He looked very tasty, and then he was just evaporated.
I gotta say, the bunny hop is back and forth. Oh man, the bunny hop is clean. We know Sam LaRue Octane, gotta give him a shout out. He's gonna be bunny hopping all day. We got Myth on the screen here. What's he using? M4, I think.
Again, looking at these weapons, you know it's an M4, but the configuration he has...
I was using the bigger sight, the double... I forget the name of it.
Camperis. Tas jau nebelaktų, taip žiūrėk, pamėsnikas.
Cruise missile back, a lot of fan favorites, Clint. I mean, everything you would expect from a Modern Warfare there.
We get to see one. Ah, that'll connect.
Spėkit, kas būtų, jeigu aš čia bandyčiau įsikviesti.
But it's crazy, like, yeah.
Manau, visai esu sprogdinčiau.
Bakūras
mano stilius. Ramiai, spakainiai, va. Nėra iškilėti. O, vienas, antras, čia.
Create that sort of visual. Look, you want the game to be as appealing as possible for you. Maybe you don't want the gun to be so big to obscure the view.
Kosminiai dalykai, kosminiam žaidimam.
There's a lot of settings in this game.
I'm going to get lost in that for the entire first day, probably.
Once campaign hits, I'll spend about 3.5 hours.
Su dviračiu dar ką jau lakstai gerai, aš irgi su dviračiu visą laiką spektikas. Man tai... Viskas super, tik šiandien galvoju. Kvadratinė po darbo. Aš nešioju. Čia daugiau stilius.
Also, all the sounds and everything when you level up guns. And everything is there. I mean,
I wish everyone could experience just this environment, though. Like, as much as we're enjoying the gameplay.
Bet čia kiek rodo visi miršta.
A lot of these content creators, like, they're friends or they're familiar with each other. They play games online, but like, it's not often you get them all in one place like this. It has just been a vibe. Seeing everybody going up, some meeting for the first time. Like, I know Iceman and Isaac. We have interacted so many times on social. I've never met him in person, dude. We hugged for a solid 30 seconds. It was beautiful.
Ne, šiandien kodų transliaciją žiūrim anonimai.
How hyped people get for Call of Duty. I was telling you, I was like, I can't believe I still get this amped for Call of Duty after over 10 years.
I don't think many things like bring everybody together like this.
The beta starts tomorrow, in case you've been living under a rock, or if you've just joined the stream.
Yeah, one of the two.
One of the two. There's no in between. User interface has been completely changed as well. Dead silence available on that lower right-hand side.
Labiau sako, Royal myli.
The menu system, which you might not see here on the main COD Next stream, but individual streamers going through weapon loadout, seeing the operators there. So many cool changes. A lot more of a streamlined experience. It's sexy. That's not a lot of ways to describe it.
I love that, especially.
Reikia suprasti, Dukis sako, nervina, kai užduoties nevykdo. Tai galvoja, jie patys ten supranta, ką reikia daryti. Tai gal pusė nėra žaidė kodą.
Exactly what's there, digestible, and that's what you need. It's such a fast-paced game like Call of Duty.
Išlindo taip pašaudyti ir viską.
It doesn't obscure too much of the in-game screen. So if I'm hitting pause.
Bet kiti komentatoriai varo, kur aš neužsičiaudami, šneka, pasakoja visokias istorijas, kur aš nesuprantu, apie ką jie pasakoja. Sako, o, susitikome pirmą kartą, čia mes vieni kitą nematėm, dabar pirmą kartą suvažiavom visi, pabendravom, pradėjom žaisti, tiek fanų apturėjom, tai čia belia kokias geras geimas. Visi sako, sakykite, spirkite. Mes sustabdėm. Jo, pistaškį aš buvau, sakiau, praeitą streamą nusipirkęs. Tai paskui sekmadienį, man atrodo, atsitraukiau, buvo biškį valgys. Nespėkit, ar likote? Negali atsidaryti. Atsidarai, viskas krenta pakis. Zona reikia užimti, ne vieną zoną nebūna.
Well, in a way, yeah, but like I think Tally's point, like there seems to be a little more separation between your SMGs.
Like I haven't seen the do-it-all gun just yet.
No, I mean, we saw Aiden, of course, on the map.
I
want a broken
shotgun. And
I'm sure he can make it, but broken, we'll find out what that really means. Of course, as the game develops, he wants to sawn off the kill. Makes him move real fast. I mean, hey, who knows? Gunsmith is crazy. 2.0 even crazy.
Well, I mean, no matter how much work has gone into this, we've got the nerds.
Gerai būna, kaip elitė driftina arba joystickas. Kodė. Nes reikia visą laiką judėti. O kai driftina, niekada vietoj nebūna. Tik jau kai pataikyti, reikia biškį problemas. Bet gynybai labai gerai driftinanti elitė joystickas.
No idea what these guys are going to come up with, but it's going to be crazy.
I need a good sort of 2 to 3 hours to really
look at Chef Tony. This is one of the most famous Italian men in the world. Dean Stromboli, we love him.
AD. Ant tiek sutinku streamerių žaisti, kad pradėjo kitus streamus ir įstreaminti. Taigi pristatymas, Andriukis, pristatymas.
Chris Crowder, listen, I'm not sure what's going on here. Chris has been growing some sort of beard that's happening for the first time that I've seen. He's usually very baby-faced. Now he's kind of going for some sort of supermodel type thing, or maybe like being a rapper, singer.
He's a handsome
Apie šaudiklių tokie Call of Duty žaidėjai Counter-Strike, jeigu įsijungia kokią nors story žaidimą ar atviro pasaulio. Irgi taip pat lakštis. Pavyzdžiui, kokį GTA 5 istoriją arba Residentą. Lara. Tai irgi taip legia, kaip išpratėjo, ar normaliai žaidžiai.
You saw Zenny, you saw Crowder, for those who don't know, they work on the CDL side, they're really in the midst of stuff during the season. They don't get to come to stuff like this that often. These content creators, I imagine they're in heaven. I've seen some of the tweets, just having a blast, meeting a lot of different people.
So as far as streaks goes, we haven't seen a whole lot of
streaks. Giedriau, kod tai ne sniper elite, čia reikia visada max dėti, negali ten kempinti ir dešėlės skaitant laužus. Čia toks actionas, bėlė koks actionas.
Get a grip, you are live at COD Next. But yeah, there's a ton of cool stuff, and I mean...
Bet nepavarsti tokį game ilgai loštis. Pastovi viskas ant judės. Paskui naktį mėgi, užsimerkia akise ir vis tiek viskas.
It's an AC-130, you know what I'm talking about, friends.
There's a chopper gunner here as well.
Oh, yeah, we're going to be seeing it all.
Yeah, Miles, like, if we play...
Per telkę žiūrėjau, tai neleido rašinėti. Ta prasme,
I think I'm actually locked on this desk all day. I would love to play more.
Kaip per telkę žiūrėjau, neleido rašinėti.
After the stream's over, I think we can play more.
Streamą per telkę ir neleido rašyti komentarų. Tik per telefoną.
Can you hear the chain?
Yeah, that's how I'm visualizing your ankles just tied to the desk.
Nevaryk daug žinau, kad nenormaliai kitus žaidėjus. O,
Here we go,
pareina.
another Breadman, how we doing?
And what a shot. He got two.
Hat over the headset.
He killed Nick Merckx.
All right, we're gonna
See you later, Nick.
So this is the air support where you're saying.
Yeah, this is it's kind of like a lightning strike.
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
What is that thing?
The Fennec. Or it's a custom one.
Wait a minute.
Longer range, maybe? But that looks like the Fennec. Yeah, that's the Fennec Iron.
That boy don't recoil.
What?
All right, Breadman's already found a
Короче, būtų bairis. Ten tie, kur susirinkę 200 streamerių. Žaidžia kodą. Ir viskas nors čytina. Ką daryt? Kokios nors čytus pradedame.
Yeah, cameraman, get in there real quick. Show me
Būt
the hands.
prikolas.
Show me the hands. Oh, gun him.
Kaip tas varo. Vienas iš geriausių krepšinio matėm.
Museum, yeah, this is a lot of fun. We saw a top down of this on socials recently, but
There we go.
yeah, give me the hands.
You hear how that sounds? So satisfying.
That sounds scary though. You hear that? That better be on my team.
I mean, he is one of the better aimers I've seen though. Like a lot of the tournament stuff when you're talking about mouse.
Kaip pirštai ant klaviatūros varo, eik tu savo.
So not surprised to see him
Viską
finding
aprimo.
some wins
Ir
in
vėl,
the
kai
long-range battles, but
I gotta see his recoil
Eina savo.
So what do you guys think
Čia
about
be
all this matchup?
šansų man taip.
What's
Aš nespausdinti greit nemoku, aš čia žaidimą varo.
he's pulling down a whole lot.
Honestly,
Man vien pažiūrėsiu, pradeda rankas skaudėti.
area, essentially 3 lanes. I mean, this is a second story. We're about to go up there now. This is where Breadman is. It's nice, man. We've got some decent lines of sight. Snipers are going to have a lot of fun here. We played hard on this map. We played through.
Mano Warzone būdavo, kad sapnuodavau, kai sapne šaudau, spjaudau ir gaudau. Ir dar bėgom nuo du.
And I can hear Jack picking up 3-4 kills. Let's go, baby! Screaming. I'm there sprinting.
I'd be that guy on the team too. I'd be carrying. Yeah.
It was great.
Šiaip jo snaiperiai ir kod, kai žaidė, tai sunku žinai, po to vyks. Taigi snaiperiai nėra veiksmas, sakytų, bet tu padarai snaiperį.
He's literally annihilating the lobby. Yeah, let's stick with him. He's on 15 in a row.
Blemba, kiek jis turi tų raketų?
Coming in. Bang!
This is the Elgato replay of how this all started.
Šitą iš pirmais tą patį čia rodo.
It's the same 2 people. No, sorry, this guy. Oh, it's a replay.
Oh, is it? I was about to say. He was on 15 in a row. I thought he got another one. I thought he wrapped his streaks.
It's all good.
Oh, dude, I basically pulled a symphony, dude, when he was casting the pregame lobby.
Oh, and it was a good one.
I thought he had another one. Well, last thing I saw was 15 streak. I was fired up for my guy.
So he put a. Oh, so it's M4. His just sounds crazy. I think it's the W.
Kiek sakė 15, iš eilės nušuoja.
It's his stream.
That boy is ripping metal.
Kaip cinikas varo.
Again, kind of cool to see there on the bottom side of the screen for a moment there how the perk system works. He's
Bet tas gerai varo.
second tier of perks, which I think was Spotter.
Šiaip kiek prieš tai rodė, visi miršta ir miršta.
And of course he's
O
working
tas
his way
blemba
towards
iš
the final perk here.
rims bahūrs.
Yeah, it's not that crazy. I thought he wrapped streaks now, is it? He is annihilating everyone.
20.
He's farming.
Yeah, he's literally farming.
Somebody killed Breadman.
He is farming.
Wait, you guys see the movement though that I was talking about? Like how when you're moving, like your whole body, like it's different than other Call of Duty games. It's very hard to put into words, but once you get your hands on this game, like you can tell everything moves with you. Like usually the gun's fairly stationary, but like everything is moving with you at all times.
And you can see it, so that's
you
know,
can see
for more of the hardcore players, the
Yeah.
players are going out there and they're like jiggle peeking, your hips and your head
Yeah,
move
like
now.
everything's going.
So it's a little bit different when you play
Kiek jis turi raketų
mode,
čia,
you get a
kill
better
streak, juos gauni, kai
understanding
nušauni kitus ne vieną
The
kartą.
physics of the character.
The physics of the character has been
Kaip
reimagined, so
pavaraikį
it's different.
Yeah,
Throwing those shoulders.
You got to be a little careful. Everyone's like Shakira out there throwing the hips around. You got to be very.
Raketą gauni, ar kaip? Darau rogas, vaikutis, malonu matyti, kaip laikais.
I don't doubt that, but you got to look how smooth.
Kaip Andriukas ID laikos, kaip darbai eina.
So much fun so far.
Kaip žmonelė, dukrelė, žuvylytės. Kiek šitą žuvytės.
Oh, is this what it looks like to be on the other side of the Breadman?
Yeah, that's what I was actually wondering.
Wait. We're gonna
Roškis kodą žaisti Andriukas ID.
Oh, I think that was Breadman.
That was Breadman.
Yep, I believe
that was Breadman.
Hibrytė, kitai savaitėjai parsisiūkite visi kodą, ne? Beta.
I mean, this is going on the time.
Atrodo ketvirtadienį pasileis, jeigu neklystu. Open beta.
I mean, Destroy's calling the streaks.
Kitą ketvirtadienį ir penktadienį. Visiems.
Just think about. Imagine loading in, like trying to check everything out, run some different guns. And
Tai būkit ready, ne? Vis tiek bet užkiai palaktysi.
He just looked dialed in.
Andriukai ID, girdėjai? Būsi?
hit it.
Ir visi kiti. Sveikas, atbaigėjai.
ADS not quick enough there. Two posted up on the bridge, just shut the
Kaip rogai darbainas.
He has the pistol on Miles.
Sunikas ginklų garsai kaip trydos, ar čia per stream tik taip. Bel nežino. Nu, toks garsas keistas. Ne, turėtų normalesnis paskui būt žaidime. Gal taip retransliacijos.
Clint, you were singing the Spider-Man song earlier. Hey, man,
Kuo daugiau kill, tuo geresnį kill streaką gauna.
A Glock, yeah, baby.
Nu, tipo, kill streakas yra kiek kartų tu nušauni kitus, kol tavęs nenušauni. Kiek nušauna viskas. Nemiręs, kiek žmonių nušauni.
I was also trying out some of the field upgrades.
Jeigu bandys malačikas, gytis būsi. Kas dar hebrytė būsite? Betoj.
Go hide in the corner, you can see when they're pushing at you.
You hold your own flank at that.
Yeah, you got your own choke points.
That's great.
Kitą savaitę. Open. Betoj, kas būsit, kas norėsite pasikapoti. Rašykite čia. Ir aišku, paskui parsiųskit. Nu, tikiuosi, kad man pačiam parsiūs. To mano internetu.
But as he's just trying to hit some snipes and try some of the different weapons, Bredman's kind of been annihilated. There we go. Another shot gonna hit. Bang.
I'm already really liking the sounds of these guns. I'm liking the crosshairs.
Seniai to eistam, internet, ne, bendriau ten pasiribuotas kitam internet.
Bredman just got a 3-piece and then Isaac followed up with
the 4th
feed. That was very satisfying.
Pakaučint mane.
They are just tearing them apart.
Aš būsiu tavo rankas. Tokias rankas, kurių niekada nenorėtum turėti kodė.
So that little bad boy kind of gives you sort of a local sort of UAV, but the radius isn't obviously great, but hey man, in a pinch.
Daudukai gal čia Cinikas dėl tų garsų. Čia iš tenais tai transliuoja gal toks garsas. Aukštų daugiau yra.
Second one, that'll go through.
I was using this yesterday. It's a powerful shot. Got a couple
It feels.
Jo Andriukas minėjau įdį. Sakau, ruoš kodą. Kitam savaitgaliui. Ketvirtadienį, penktadienį ar šeštadienį. Pasijungsi, pašaudysim, kaip per snaipą. Veiksmo daugiau bus. Pasinervuosim. Tu parsiūs kitam savaitgaliui.
Okay, Sean J.
Sean fries him. Again, this is that sort of idea of like the
different
not play styles, but kind of like player attributes here, what you're going for. You know, Crowder is obviously, he's way more aggressive, you know. He might be hitting flank soon, but the way he's kicked himself out.
Whoa.
Jo mano pusė interneto su ryto atsisiųs.
I think something that you could learn a lot, that all these creators are going to learn very quickly, is there a lot more paths on the map than you know about. Like, on this one specifically, behind Crowder, there's an underground passageway where one of the flags are, and like, I didn't even know you could go down there. Like, I had to wrap the entire building before I figured out how to get underground. So there's a lot more angles and a lot more passageways, and I think a lot of these creators are
expecting, and that's why we're going to
see possibly a lot more assassinations, possibly a lot more credit corners, and people just popping out of literally nowhere.
A tu dabar jau būsi iki kalėdų ir grįžtant galėdų. Ten sakai vieną kartą tas neatsimenu. Važinėsi čia kiekvieną savaitgalį.
Yeah, he's in the perfect area to use this weapon.
Andriukas, nevaryk, aš irgi čia mokinsiu žaisti. Davai, taip.
It's a lot of fun to use this one.
Per snaipą gerai pavarėjai, tai čia irgi pavarys. Jeigu tai jis nebus, tai ką aš nušausiu.
Classic Dom.
Būtinai tai būt Andriukas.
UAVs and all sorts of kill streaks.
Nes ten lentelės apačia šildys. Būsim geriausi iš blogiausių bus. Galėsim konkuruoti. Spalio vidury dabar kažkur. Grįž spalio, tai tu spalio vidury.
Run through, try different weapons. I mean, as much as I say that, we know how a lot of these people are. They're going for crazy clips. They want to drop bombs. They want to have high kill games. So some are going to find something like little combinations they're going to send it.
Care package.
Crowder, yeah, he's in the mix right now.
O jėzus, susikeikiai. Andriukas čia yra. Davidukai. Susikeikiai. Koks malūnsparnis. Toks dar malūnsparnis. Sraigtasparnis. Nokia package sraigtasparnio naikintuvą tai yra ta prasme, o ką, gauni sraigtasparnį ar naikintuvą, tai ką jie? O jiems užtatai kur nuvaryt pašaudyti, jie nuvaro pašaudyti ar kaip? Nelabai supratau daugiau.
From MW19 all the way through to Warzone when we're on Caldera, it's not the same. It's not the same.
I can say that just
Girvis darova, jo sako, kas jo? Būsi, pasisiūsi. Jo.
Like I'm just so I've been slide canceling now.
Per 5 minutės klausiu Girvidas. Buvo telefoną pametęs per teliką žiūrėjo. Susirado telefoną, taigi pasijungė kur ten kas. Jo, sako, būsi.
Yeah, if you try to slide around now, you might even be slower than just sprinting.
Honestly, yeah.
again, it's how you use it. Is the dive is a really great mechanic. Shaping the slide gets you in the different positions. Obviously,
I like to leave with my head. You know, the ball head. So I think the diving thing's gonna be good for me. Just like a bowling ball, you know, Miles, just sending it through a door, sending it through a window.
Tai gali užsisakyti, killstreak'į padarai, tą raketą užsisakai, ar tą raketą čia iš naikintuvų yra?
There's an attachment for you. Yeah.
It's like a unicorn type power.
Ar įsraigtasparnį, ar kaip čia?
Okay, that sounds sick though. Honestly, if the devs are listening, let's think about that a little bit.
A bayonet dive kill.
Nežinau, manero nelaiko, kai mane lesa ne tas amžius, širdis gali nebūti. Niekas manelį pragyvins. Dirbtinių kvėpavimą padarys. Nepamaišys. Kuo daugiau dirbtinių kvėpavimų nuo žmonelius, tuo geriau.
Again, that is his sidearm. That's his pistol. Again, the range on that bad boy is going to be all that crazy, but you know it's going to rip when it hits.
Pats tada gali valdyti kelias sekundės lėktuvus.
The sound, how deep it is.
Okay.
It's amazing.
It feels like there's no drag in the sniper. When you were
Aš kol
using
susigaudyčiau nelėktuvui ir nuskristų degalai, baigskis. Sakyt, ne, tas jau valdys. Neduokė ne tam. Vis tiek kaip dievas nevarys.
And I was trying to shoot across the map. But you can get some.
Nieko geriau dar
I got
taip
a couple
galvoju.
flats. This gun's super powerful.
Karučiai Andriukas viskas, nieko nežinau, parsisinti ir būni.
That's a dub.
Snipes feel fast and fun. Again.
64!
What?
We thought Brad
Kas
was
čia?
popping off.
Šiam
Destroys
keturis
up there
kažkas nušuo.
frying. He's got double the score of everybody in the lobby. All right.
Jėris. A čia tas, kurį dabar rodo?
Oh man, through the door with the pistol. A lot of
Kai
windows.
kur lėktuvai su termikais viską puikiai
I
matys.
found on, keeping the teasers out, but like opening breaks and stuff. A lot of sweet nade spots already. I can't wait. I cannot wait. A little peek at the menu here now as well, of course, while Isaac gets ready to get into his next game. So much in Modern Warfare 2. We're almost actually ready to keep the show running. Jess, you're down there with Zuma. Tell us how Tommy's doing.
Miles, that's right, I am right here with Zuma, Tommy Properato himself. So, I mean, you have now had your first taste of Modern Warfare 2 here at COD Next. What did you think?
Oh, it's incredible. The game feels super smooth. The gunplay is awesome. I like the time to kill, and the maps are dope. A lot of close quarter gunfights, and you know, I've been having a blast, man. The chat's loving it as well. They're loving it.
So there's so much to talk about, you know, new modes, new maps, changes to the gunsmith, but what really stands out to you? Like, what are you excited about?
I'm really excited just to get the competition going. I mean, I'm excited for the CDO, and I heard them talking about ranked play, so, you know, I'm really excited for that. And Warzone 2 looked incredible as well. I was talking to Repulse. We're going to be the Warzone duo this year, so I'll be bouncing around between the both. But I'm just excited for something new, you know, a new game. And it's been a lot of fun to play, and there's so many amazing creators here. And just thank you to everybody, and thank you to Call of Duty for the opportunity to be here. It's awesome.
And then, you know, real quick, with Modern Warfare 2 on the horizon, what does the year ahead look like for you?
Man, just a lot of shows, man, a lot of flanks, a lot of streams. I mean, the content's gonna be pushing all year, so excited, man. Zumafi's gonna take over, and we're gonna have some fun, man. We're gonna have some fun.
All right, well, thank you so much. That is all from me for now. I believe I'm handing it off to my dear friend Lottie.
Nuo pirmų trijų killų standartiškai WOF gauni, po to jau eina key package ir toliau visi sraigtasparniai, aišku, kaip sakė, gali iš key package gauti raketas sraigtasparnį.
It is now time to chat about an epic giveaway from our friends at Jack Links. Each Jack Links supply drop includes a brand new copy of Modern Warfare on the platform of your choice, delicious Jack Links limited edition products, and brand new epic in-game items that I promise you'll be dying to get your hands on. So check this out on how to enter.
Looking for an epic way to celebrate the launch of Modern Warfare 2? Jack Links has got you covered, giving you the chance to win the ultimate Modern Warfare 2 supply drop. Keep an eye out during the broadcast for the Jack Links Sasquatch to appear on screen. If you see it, grab your phone and scan the QR code, following the prompts to qualify for entry. Tune in to Call of Duty Next.
Labos, Andu, ačiū, kad buvai. Gero poilsio tau.
Level up for the ultimate viewing experience, courtesy of
Supratau,
Jack
Soro.
Links.
Ačiū.
Terms and conditions apply.
All right, folks, so keep your eyes peeled to spot the Sasquatch on the screen throughout the show. Scan that QR code and enter all your information for a chance to win. But it is my absolute honor and pleasure to be on the guest reports alongside Maven, but we also have Jeff and Jeff here to talk all things Modern Warfare 2.
Taigi jau visi mokyklą praėję esame.
And we're just going to get a bit nerdy, to be honest. You know, we're going to look at a bit of gameplay. I am so excited to talk about it, but Maven, I've got to ask you, what do you want to dive into first? We have the two guys that are going to answer a question.
Well, first off, by the way, you guys killed it in the opening of the show.
Thank
you. Know, it started real smooth. I'm sure nerves are going a little bit, but it was awesome to see. But I know we're going to have gameplay that's going to be popping up. We're going to chat through stuff, but I think one thing I kind of want to chat through is just there's been a lot of significant changes. You guys are always looking to how to kind of tweak the wheel a little bit. Can we chat through kind of the perk change and where your head was at with regards to that? Because it's...
Yeah,
you know, perks haven't really been touched for a long time in the series. And I guess by nature they're passive, and so most of the time we've found people just, you know, find the 3 that they like, and that's it. They kind of forget about the...
I said that earlier, that's me.
Yeah.
Like, I find a few I like, and like that's my class. There we go.
We just wanted to come up with a system that was a little bit more engaging, and so we grouped them into 3 different categories. You get 2 to start with, and then you pick a 3rd, and then you pick a 4th, and they're rewarded as you play. You really like how they
Yeah, I mean, an announcer comes up, tells you what perk you got, and it kind of re-engages you with what's available, right? And they earn through time and score, so eventually you'll get them, and you're not gonna, it doesn't reset on death. It allowed us to kind of like create a couple more powerful perks and put them at the end, because you're not going to have the whole match. And there's some interesting depth there.
Nepataikiai, blemba, reikėjo į vidų mesti granatą. Ant sienos numetė ir bėga gaivinti. Ten nušojo, ten nušojo.
If you're one of those players who really wants to noodle, you're like, okay, I know these aren't in play yet.
Well, I guess, listen, it's very different, but I'm also a big like RPG guy, so I like the process of like unlocking things and earning things. It's just like at the core of who I am. So I dig that, just like the progression over the course of one single map. I think is very cool.
Yeah, it just feels good. It feels good. It feels good to be reminded what you have.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Oh, and I guess we didn't touch on actually is the packages, right? From like, we're talking a lot about the theory crafting of what
yeah.
But we actually have these defined packages. So early on, you just say, you know, I want this playstyle. I just grab this package and go. And then later on, when you're like, okay, I like that, but I want to noodle a little bit. You can hop in and create your own packages.
You know, that kind of, it really, people can see that through the default loadouts. And we've packaged in, based on those kind of player behaviors we were talking about earlier, we've usually shipped 6 or 5 default loadouts, but we have 6 with this one.
Okay.
We found 2 for each behavior. And so, those perk packages are already in there. And it's something different in this game. We actually allow you to attach a field upgrade within that, within each loadout. And so it's a little bit more micromanaging, but it felt to us that you're kind of more creating your class and your character for, you know, in that. So people in the beta should really try out those default loadouts because we put a lot of time into how those play.
Well, I'm curious in like playtesting, did you see like a... I'm sure everyone has a way they view themselves as a player, like maybe you want to start as more of like a sentinel type. Did you see, like, as people got more comfortable with the game, like an evolution towards maybe a faster pace, or what did you notice when playtesting these different types of things?
Yeah, I mean, I think overall, most of our players are rushers. Depends on the circles you run, but, you know, there are these other players, and we wanted to just make sure that, you know, we're supporting all of them. And so, you know, some of the field upgrades can be more sentinel and trying to hold down positions. But that's why we added in the DDoS, like we said, just say, I've had enough, I want to pause all this stuff and make it go away. But we also leaned into creating game modes that can facilitate this kind of siege gameplay.
Now we talk about the Russian players, right? But we also want to talk about the pacing, the movement, you know, what it looks like, how it feels to be in game. And when I got a chance to get on the sticks yesterday, something I noticed is it is a little bit slower paced, right? We're going to be sprinting around, not sliding around. And I think another thing I want to talk about is the dolphin dives. I've been diving down escalators, getting prone, looking at hard points, trying to figure out, can I see bomb site B or A? Like, you know, it's pretty incredible with the movement and how it feels. What was it like making that? What were the decisions
Yeah, I think fluidity, you mentioned it previously, is like really, really important. Right? We did make some small tweaks, right? Like slide has a little bit more of a hang up so that people aren't just sliding around the map, so that they're actually moving through spaces, checking corners.
O tai ta raketa paleidžia maždaug kitą vietą, kur tu pats esi, ir paskui ten ją biškį pareguliuoji, plius minus šoną. Neduoda žemėlapio pasirinkti, nepamačiau pačios pradžios. Į kurią žemėlapio vietą leisti. Tiesiog netoli tais, už kur
tweaks, and the dive is one of those tweaks. The ledge hang is one of those tweaks.
And
those will change how people move through a space. Right? You throw yourself over a wall, you peek that wall first.
Yeah, I love the ledge hangs because, you know, just testing out yesterday, being able to kind of ledge hang and really use it as intel as well. I think when it comes to multiplayer and competitive side, that's kind of where I'm at here, is being able in S&D just being able to know where people are, give that intel to your team, peek back down again, making sure you're not getting your dome ripped off by a sniper. Of course, major stuff here, but and exciting that the fact that you can get your secondary weapon out and start to put a bit of damage in and help out there. So in terms of ledge hang, where did that come from? What was the idea behind it? You know, why is it so special to have it in the game?
To be
O
honest,
jūs kai su klaviatūra žaidžiate klaviatūrai, netiesiai prieš klaviatūrą, tai iš šono biškai pasistumti. Nes jeigu tiesiai tavo ranką užlaužtų, tai būna.
Nope, that's frustrating. Let's fix that.
Well, we've all been there, like whether you've been playing Warzone, like you're trying to like hop and grab it.
Man tai su klaviatūra žaidžiant sunkiausiai tą mažą pirštelį ant control paspausti. Ant shift'o dar, bet jeigu control, tai sunkiau kažkaip.
I mean, really, that's where it came from. But
yeah, it was also the high mantle too, right? Like late when we were developing Modern Warfare, and then Warzone started to come out. We had these walls and things. We ended up turning up the mantle height in Warzone.
Okay.
And it didn't feel as polished, but it allowed people to get over walls they otherwise couldn't. But like I said before, you kind of commit, and now you're like throw yourself over a wall and get shot. As you make that transition. So the high mantle is definitely like get up, you can peek, or you can just double tap it and pull yourself over if you're in a hurry. It just adds that extra layer of like I can be a little bit smarter.
Ir jeigu taip tiesiai leidai, tai man labiau iš karto ant Windows mygtukais nusileidžia, negu ant Control. O kad ant Control nusileistų nuo Shift'o, pražengtų tos taškus.
Everything we put here is going to show up in Warzone.
Well, now you've got this like metaverse of like there's.
Negali taip paprastai, jeigu turiu taip įžvelgti.
Like I was saying earlier, right? Like it's like how do you add different things in and make sure it all stays in check and not mess up this ecosystem.
Well, it feels like I guess. For me, when I view it, well, what has been the one thing, at least for me, that really separates Call of Duty from a lot of other shooters? It's like, it does feel so fluid, but like there's a limit to that too. You don't need to be an amoeba, like it's just like floating through the map. Like you want to be some realism to it, but like how can you add that realism and the ability to
bevardis pirštas nuslysta, jeigu ranką pasuki, o jeigu tiesiai laikai.
Just like interacting with the map and what it's come to now. I mean, it's insane how much it's changed.
We had to argue to get sprinting into, I think it was COD 4.
Aš dabar tik bandau nežaisdamas sudėtinti čia. Galima, kai jie ten spaudinėja eina. Man aš pasibandžiau užkuoti. Aš su vieną treniruojas, man kitai jau pusės
the fact that we have all these content creators behind us. We have an Elgato replay for you guys. It's actually Myth here on Prison Rescue. Just going to check this one out and see exactly what went down here. And Prison Rescue is going to be a really exciting one, of course, because you have to get that objective done. You need to go rescue the prisoner. And carrying them out is going to be huge because that icon does disappear. How did it work with this prisoner, being able to put them in the game, knowing that somebody's going to have to run this prisoner back and extract them, and having that defense to be set up later on and have to completely and utterly change the game with that defensive mode? What was the kind of makings behind that?
It was actually kind of a hard mode
Mes atrodo, pabliškai baiginėsim. Kas kebrytę norite pažiūrėti? Iki galo visą, nes ilgai dar rodys.
People, they weren't able to, right? We're like, hey, do this heroic thing, and rounds just
kept
ending in
elimination
because it was so hard. And that's why we added the radar sweep that you get when you get the prisoner, and that's why we took the icon away when you pick the prisoner up.
Pasičatin tada dar ir važiuosim pabaigą, rytoj darbą darai. Rytoj gida į darbą, nes savaitgalis dar neprasidėjo. Daugiaukas tiesiai pastatęs kultūrą, pavyzdžiui, galima nusistatyti, kad automatiškai bėgti. Tai pražūti iš karto bėgti. Pasimk laisvą dieną. Ja. Už ką valgyti reikės. Nedirbi, pinigų nėra. Teiksiu, į darbą visą parą blėt. Rimtai tau tenais reikės. Ne, aš pleisteko neturiu. Ryt po rytą ant pleisteko tik tais. Kas preorderį pasidarės, o šeštadienį, sekmadienį, pirmadienį visiems pleistekams. Nebūtina su preorderį. O ant PC ir Xbox'ų kitą savaitę, ketvirtadienį, man atrodo, paleis. Išmokysi daudukai, gerai. O daudukas patreniruos mate. Cinikas. Arba trenerių kaip... Daugiau nei proto bus trenerių, rankų tik nebus. Rikas, tiksliai sakai, kad į darbą, bet užtaikiau, išvažiuoju į Landiją atgal ir vėl tavo streamą į trasą. Buvai grįžęs, ne? Ja, užtaikiai. Įvertinimas. Nu, man žiauriai smagiai atrodo. Tik blemba, ten tie lakstymai baisiai greit laksta, ten šakės. Prie greičio reiks priprasti. Nu, su pulteliu gal palakstyčiau su pulteliu. Ne taip ir sudėtingai. Bet su klaviatūra tai vaikelė. Aš sakau, aš sulėtintai bandau. Taip, iš tikrųjų, jeigu tiesą pasakius, norėčiau mokėti su klaviatūra žaisti. Taikytis tikrai 100 kartų milijono yra patogiau su pelytė. Bet su ta kairė ranka, su tais vaikščiamais, tuo mažyliu pirštu ir to bevardžiu, tai tragedija yra. Pizdačiai, kai reikia varyti. Blema, reikės kada nuvaryti vėl į parduotuvę. Elektronikos, kur daug klaviatūrų pridėta yra. Pažiūrėti, kaip kitos klaviatūros išdėstymai, gal ten kokie tarpai didesni, mažesni, ten pakilimai kokia nors, ten mechaninės, kaip nors juda, nejuda, pasispaudžia. Kitų žvilgsnių į klaviatūros reikės pažiūrėti. GTA 5 kokius neplanuoja žaisti savaitgalį, Cinikas klausia. Neplanavau, bet gal ir pasijungsim. Aš galvoju, aš turiu, liktais buvo. Aš turiu parisiuntęs 2 žaidimus, kurių dar nesu žaidęs per streamus. Ir dar vieną naujovę sugalvojęs streamėsiu. Ir matysime, kaip ją išnaudosime. Pirmą kartą padarysiu tai, ko dar nesu niekada daręs per streamą savo. Ir žiūrėsime, suderinsiu su vienu žaidimu, kas ten kaip ir kodėl. Toks intrigėlė. Tai pažiūrėsime, kada išbandysiu. Ar rytoj, ar poryt, kažkokią dieną. O plauk, aš GTA 5 turiu, ar aš neturiu ko? Nes aš jau ką turiu, tą jau parsišinčiu. Ne, 3 žaidimus turiu. Bet to vieną tikrai nežaisim dabar. Kurių nesužaidęs 2, galime sakyti, kuriuos realiai išbandysime. Nežinau, ar būdų išbandysime, bet kažkam patiks, kažkam nepatiks, kažkam visai nepatiks, o kažkam labai patiks. Bet sakau, vienas dalykas, ko nesu per streamus daręs, su vienu žaidimu labai gerai susiderins. Buvau sugalvojęs tą jau dalyką seniai, dar kai Lietuvoje buvau, bet tai galvoju grįžti į Vokietiją, tada padarysiu. Tai va. Intrigėlė savaitgaliui. Gidriukas laikas Postal 4 siūsti, jau pilnai išleistas. Nei vieną nesužaidęs Postal. Muzika ne per garsiai groja. Tikrai toks jausmas, kad per šį Model FOV padidintas. Tipo regėjimo laukas turi.
Vieną banką. Malačius.
Gerai, Lini Gedriau, greitai verksi. Oi, verksi. Dudukai, ką tik žaidėjai treniruoti, dabar jau verksiu. Žalti, taip pats verksi. Jau kiek kartų tau per savaitę buvo ant jo feisiau? 2 kartus. Žiūrėk, tas 3 bus skaudžiausias. Ačiū Dudukai už Daneitiką, už Daujaką. Ačiū. Tau žiūrėk, iš banko turi to įskambinti. Tikiuosi grinų išsiėmė, nes visas tai vėl tau užšalti. Ar bus nemokamai dalyjimas apie Games parduotuvėje, dalyjimas pradės rugsėjo 22, kas žinot, ar geras geimas, ne, nesužaidęs, nežinau. Užgreitintas žaidimas realiai mada, Cinikas sako. Tai mes su Andriuku ID bandysim senus kaulus išjudinti. Pelėžių kultūra kariniams geimams geriausia. Ne, sutinku, nesiginčiu. Pašoks žvys, sako. Gal ir pašoks. Marijošius, ten tipo jėdinėti ant dinozaurų ir šaudai su ginklai, sako apie arką. Vėl nežinau, su ko nesu bandęs, nežinau, ar geras ne. Rikas įdomumui prasidėjo. Dėl GTA 5 klausiu, nes neperėjau įžangos, o žaisi tą Wolfo mangas. Ne, vėl Wolfo nemangas nežaisiu. Čia vieną dieną bandžiau vėl pasileisti, pasitikrinti, ar veikia, vėl jam kažkas neveikia. Man galvoja, eikti pavelnys. Čia prieš praeitą savaitgalį, man atrodo. Kažkas tai jis veikia, tai jis neveikia, nesuprant. Vėl streamą sugalvosi žaisti, vėl nebeveiks. Per senas tai esi galvoju. Tai darys streamą laiką kaip visat, ar dieną kokią sugalvosi. Ne, kaip ir sakiau, dabar streamai skambaliukus spaudžiam, kad žinotumėt. Ir Instagramą žiūrim. Konkretaus laiko dabar nėra streamams. Tai, sakau, bus arba penktadienį, arba šeštadienį. Yra viena galimybė, kad bus penktadienį, gali būti tik šeštadienį, gali būti penktadienį, šeštadienį, o gal bus penktadienį, šeštadienį, sekmadienį. Čia priklauso nuo Giedriuko visokių niuansų. Bet vienas streamas minimum bus. Tai būkit pasiruošę. Rytoj nebus šeštadienį. Muzika kaip tik šokiams. Hebrytė 7-8 laikai. Jau nebesirinksim šiandien. O gal pabandom? Tada labai rekomenduoju pažaisti, prisijuoksis visas streamas. Ką sorau pažaisti, pašokinėti? Pašok. Sakau, kad kažkaip tuomet keistai atrodė. Čia. Pasiūlymas 22 dieną. Ark Survival. Nemanau, kad aš jį žaisiu kažkaip. Jau šalis, greičiausiai senolis su tom banko darbuotojom susidraugavo. Matomai, senolis pažįstamai ten turi. Postal pažaisti ten gero juodo humoro dozę. Gal lietuviškas vertimas? Kas ta mechaninė klaviatūra gaminkės bus video turinys? Iš ko? Iš medienos? Iš popieriaus įsilankstyti? Ar būna rimtai gal dalių nusipirkti ir tipo gali gaminti? Bet tai tarpu nepasigaminsi. Vis tiek kažkoks tada muliažas turi būti standartas. Tarpu tarp mygtukų nepadidinsi, nepamažinsi. Platformą, ant kurios gamintum ten. Gerai, senelį kažką atrasdėdės. Gerai, krakinė, gerai. Judam ilsėtis tada hebra. Dalis nusipirki ir susidėi klaviatūrą simple. Būna dalių spalvų korpusų klavišų. A lempelės irgi gali įsidėti RGB. Kada lau streamas. Ger pradėsi. Sveikas jūs tai darai. Bet jeigu alaus streamą darau, tada visi turi tą alaus nusipirkti būti. Ir visi tada susijungti į kameras. Ką matyčiau, kad geri. Būna tikrai yra gamintis, gali svičiai ramiai, remai yra easy. Pala dar sako daugas, laukiu dar. Gali RGB. Įmėsi e-mailą apie kas ten. Įmėsininkas. Brungė kainuoja. Čia tai kamera turėtų tada, kad matytumėt, kaip aš tada ką rinksiu. Negi taip čia rodyčiau. Dar gal ir matytis. Šiaip idėja įdomi. Warzone Mobile kada bus ištas klas? Plauka, rodė datą, nerodė? WOF 2 spalio 28, Warzone 2 lapkričio po 2 savaičių, kada ten lapkričio 16-18. O Mobile kada rodė? Ar nebuvo datas? Rašė datą, nerašė, kaip aš nebeatsimenu, kažkaip neužfiksavau. Taip staigiai dabar internete nerandu. Nerodė alfa, tik gali prie registrą daryti. Jo, iš anksto galiu įsiregistruoti, nerodė dar teisingai. Atsiminiau daugiau žaidimą, sako, man turėtų patikti. Soro, visi video pokalbio su Lum prisijungėm ir dėksta. Kokį Davidukas ten žaidimą sakė, kažkokį užsiuntė man. Kas čia per žaidimas, Davidukai? Brewmaster. Aludaris.
Golden, sun-soaked grains.
Iš kur čia tokį ištraukė?
The finest hops. Yeast that brings a gift of life. But the most important ingredient is passion. Good beer is art. A beautiful feeling. Captured.
A čia rimtas geimas, čia prikolas.
Now, they say you can't rush art. But in our world, well, you can do anything. You're about to take your first steps into the world of home brewing. A world packed with creativity.
Aš užsimaniau davažiuodamas tą žaidimą alaus atsigerti.
Opportunity. So, experiment. Have fun. Brewing is about the craft and the journey.
Ir etiketės daryti viską.
Express yourself. You are the brewmaster.
Alaus gaminimo simuliatorius. Rugsėjo 29. Prikolas. Ant PC nėra Xbox One, Xbox Series XS. Tipo nėra ant PC, ar čia Xbox'o kanalas? Xbox. Gal ir bus. Turėtų toksai būti ant PC, ant Steam'e kur nors. Kaip jums toks geimas? Žiūrėtume streamą. Biški nuobodus. Kas čia? Kas su Zagiam? Jau Google telefonas reklamuoja. A bandyt tokį geimą, chebra. Alaus gaminimo simuliatorius. Žaidži šitą geimą ir gaišnu. Ne, čia jau tikrai be alaus negalėtum šitą jau žaisti. Kas norėtumėt alaus gaminimo simuliatorių per streamą žiūrėti ir alaus gerti? Nėra jos tai mobile zonos, nesakė. Nesakė. Tik iš anksto galima įsiregistruoti. Game of the Year darom. Pabandom alaus darimas vakarą visom prasmėm. Tai gurkšnok darydamas virtualų ir bus gerai, pakalbėsim, papėdėsi per streamą. Bandyk neklausk durnų klausimus. Kaip tai neklausk, aš turiu paklausti. Krakenas ir taip parašė ir plius uždėjo. Pla, bet dar nėra. Aš galvoju, gal tai dar ir. Rugsėjo 29, kada ten? Bet Game Pass'e nerašė, kad bus. Rugsėjo 29. Game Pass'e įsijungt pažiūrėti, ar... Bet buvo parašyta, bet turėtų būti Game Pass. Jeigu Xbox'as daro, tai turi būti. Einu Game Pass'e įsijungt, pažiūrėsiu Coming Soon. Ne, nieko neraš. Negi nebus Game Pass. Tik ant Xbox viskas būna Game Pass. Kur čia būna coming soon, recently added coming to Game Pass. O, Skorna, žiūrėk, bus Game Pass'e. Žiūrkiai bus labai gerai. Ne, nerašau, ne. Gal taip netikėtai pridės. Bet ten jau tikrai tada reikia tokia įsijungi ir algi. Bet kas nupirkšiai reikės. Jūs tai atsisuk streamo mano, nežinau kurią dalį, paieškok, kur apie tą mobile šnekėjo. Tenais buvo QR kodukas. Tau QR koduką nuskenuoji ir įmeta. Arba nueik į Call of Duty svetainę, tenais paieškok turi būti irgi kažkokie skilti. Bus ketvirtadienis 30-oji, penktadienį drąsiai Jessica alaus pasiėmės ir rytas. Kad jau prakalbom apie smagius gėrimus, ar esi matęs vieną seną LT degtinės parodė? Nežinau, gal ir ne. Jei neprašyta, tai nebus, irgi tikėjausi, kad bus, bet nevelnė. Blemba, bet tai Xbox'as geriausius geimus paleidžia, Game Pass'ą dabar tokio nepaleis, labai keista būtų. Coming soon ne visus rodo šitą. Gal tik ant Xbox ar bus? O tai Steam'e nėra. Einu Steam'o pažiūrėti. Multiplayer, alus, mes padarysim multiplayer. Mūsų streamo alaus Battle Royale. Rašyk į YouTube lietuvišką degtinę ir bus pats pirmas. Palauk, dabar Steam'e einam pažiūrėti. Kraunas tas Steam'e. O, rimtai, Uncharted Legacy PC versiją įsijungiu tą Steam'ą, išmetė iš karto reklamą KM999. Spalio 19. Plemba, prieš pat išvažiuojant į Lietuvą man pilna žaidimų prileis. Call of Duty išleis, tą išleis, žiūrkius išleis. Pizda, taigi laiko mažai yra ir taip dabar ir dar prieš pat išvažiuojant. Ai, bus, yra Steam'e. Kainos dar nėra, bet rugsėjo 29 rašo. Add your wishlist rašo. Kainos nėra. Tai yra, ant PC irgi bus. Kelintadienis išeina 29, ketvirtadienis. Penktadienis tada. Sveikutis dėl Warzone, čia tokie apranga apsirengęs. Jau, linksmiau būtų stream'e. O ten tas lėktuviška lėktinė, sakau. Degtinė. Nebus man kokio copyrighto, tai vieną jau prasileidau. Civilizations nemokamai savaitgalis bus. Kur tas mano? YouTube'as. Šitas, ane, lietuviška degtinė. Pažiūrim, kas čia yra. Šitą reklamos, kuris laiko.
Naujas, originalios lietuvių degtinės pagrindas, šviežių burokėlių, bulvių ir kopūstų sultys. Lietuvių degtinė jos suteikia šviežio šūdo skonį, vėmalų spalvą ir brandžios vasaros aromatą. Nauja lietuvių degtinė su šviežių burokėlių, bulvių ir kopūstų sultimis.
Ką čia kalbėmės? Taip gėrimo gėdinti su reklamo, net nebenori žagauti paskui. Net nebenori paskui ragauti. Penktadienis alaus gimtadienis bus prieš spalį pats tas. Marijošius. Jo, pratęsiant temą apie klaviatūras ir pelės. Rokas iš ŽB pristato apžvalgą mokslams ir žaidimas. SpecG rinkinys klaviatūra, pelė ir ausinės. Apžvalga. Kam reikia, užsukite žaidimo balso kanalą, pažiūrėkite, hebra. Dirbk iki gruodžio, juk po naujų ilgiau Lietuvoje pabus. Tai neaišku, kaip ten pabus. Jeigu koronos nebus, nieks nemane leis būti. Aš noriu, kad žiemą viską uždaryti. Gal ilgiau namie pabūčiau. Penktadienis Salos gimtadienis bus prieš spalį pats tas Salos gimtadienis. Civilization dalins už dyką, RuneScape'as? Ne, savaitgalis nemokamas Civilization, ateinantis turbūt. Kas tokios nenorėtų pabandyti. Nuspręsiu daugiau, žaidžiam. Tikausiu dudukai ir tolaus vieną pralaužti šaltą. Holy shit, palėtė nostalgijos nervas su šito vyti. Praradai nekaltybę jaučiu, galiu pasakyti pirmam lietuviškam memiai. Praradai nekaltybę jaučiu. Galiu pasakyti pirmam lietuviškam memiai. Čia pirmas memė lietuviškas. Cinikas, neuždarys, būk ramus. Nu tai, be ryšio. Panujako važiuot atgal. Jeigu neišės sniego prasukti Panujako, kai išvažiuos, tai blemba, kadas be grįžti ant vasaros tik tai. Sausis, vasaris, kovas, balandis, gegužė. 5 mėnesius reikės būti paskui. Ne, aš apsižliumsiu, aš pagalius visas bus užliumštas. Reiks naujų pagalvių nusipirkti. Jo, Hveitė, su jumis linksma. Reikia eiti ilsėtis. Ir vėl tu išvažinėjai, tai kada mytą darysim, ar kitą vasarą mytas vokiečiais. Aš dar niekur neišvažiuoju senolį, aš dar parvažiau neseniai. Aš apie kitus metus šneku. Gerai, laikas eiti preordinti kodą. Tu dar neturi preorderį pasidaręs. Senolį parsisiųsk ant pleisteko kodą beta. Kitas savaitgalį pakaposim. Ar penktadienį, ar šeštadienį. Jeigu tu galėsi, aišku. Tai va, padirbėk dabar po naujų atostogos su darbu iš namų. Viskas suplanuota jau dabar įcininkas. Senovės, bet tai gaunas kitą vasarą būsi vokiečiais. Ne, aš kitą vasarą kaip tik į Lietuvą vėl noriu važiuoti. Nes šitą vasarą belė kokią fainą buvo. Bet tai jeigu nebus koronos, tai žiemą reiks anksčiau važiuoti vokiečiais, po Naujako iškart. Jeigu nebus kronkės, nieks neuždarys, gal uždarys, gal bus kokios rekomendacijos vokiečiuose, kad išvengti pandemijos rekomenduos dirbti visiems ofisų darbuotojams iš namų. Labai norėtume iki kovo, iki balandžio. Tada grįžėl parvaryčių vokiečius mėnesiukui, paskui Lietuvą visą vasarą. Ar būt gerai. Ne, norėjau pamatyti gameplay, tai nepriordinau dar. Tai būtinai užsipriordinau dar. Kaip visada, PlayStation viską gauna pirmas. Sumokėjo babkių už anksto. Aš už kitą savaitgalį drąsiai galiu šeštadienį šeimą išvežu šeimą į oro uostą. Tai gerai va. Skau, ar penktadienį, šeštadienį kitą. Tikrai kodą pažaisim. O tai kodas bus crossplay, jo. Konsolė su planšetė norėjau sakyti, su PC. Nu, aš tikiuosi, šiandien buvo parodyta, bus crossplay'is. Mobiliakai, Androidai su iOS'ais, o PC'akai su crossplay'in su konsolėm. Tai aš tikiuosi, kad taip viskas ir veiks, kaip rodė. Nebus, nebefantazuok, jau pasakė, yra skiepų ir jokių uždarimų. Jau ir anksčiau buvo. Aš sakau rekomendacijas, kad dirbti iš namų vis tiek nepadeda, tie skiepai, matai, visi serga vis tiek. Rekomenduotų žiemą išvengti naujos bangos geriau neutralizuoti viską dar neprasidėjus, tai yra darbuotis iš namų visiems ir viskas, ir viso, ir ramiai. Bus pilnas crossplay, nu, super. Ai, dar kitą penktadienį, ne kitą, po 2 savaičių penktadienį streamą reikės daryti, alaus simuliatorių žaisti. Ruoškitės, Hebra, alaus simuliatorių. Gerai, Hebrytė, viskas. Rišam viską. Varkės visas baigiam. Ačiū visiems, kas buvote šiandieną, Hebrytė, dideliams ir mažiems. Ačiū didelius ir mažus laikus. Už kas nepadėt laiko, dabar padėkit būtinai, o kas žiūrite streamų įrašą, irgi būtinai padėkit laiką. Ir parašykit komentarą, jeigu streamų įrašą žiūrite. Aš žiūriu streamų įrašą. Senolikas laik parašo. Ačiū. Ačiū už donėtikus, ačiū už laikus, ačiū, kad buvo šiandieną. Tikiuosi patiko kodas. Parsiųskite visi betuškės. Ant pleistekų galite jau rytoj poryt, kas priority pasidaręs, kas pleistekų nepasidaręs priority nuo šeštadienio. Šeštadienis, sekmadienis, pirmadienis. O visiems kitiems kitą savaitę 22 atsidarys kodas betuškė ir ant PC, ant Xbox'ų. Ir mes kitą penktadienį arba šeštadienį irgi kodą žaisime, tai parsisiųskite, yra crossplayus ir visi kartu smagiai pasikaposime. Senolikas dar ten. Ačiū Senolikai dar už duotsoką. Ačiū labai. Ačiū Senolikai. Respektas. Senolis jėga, kaip visą laiką. Daužo visus visada. Ir gero visiems poilsio šiandieną, Hebrytė, nes susimatysime arba rytoj, arba poryt, tiksliai negaliu pasakyti, tad skambaliukas paspaustas ant kanalo, Instagramas susifollovintas, prie streamą pranešiu kaip visą laiką. Ir turiu, sakau, paruošę surprizėlį, kokio dar nesudaręs per streamų intrigėlį. Specialų geimą parinkęs esu ir specialų tokį surprizėlį prie geimo, kur labai tinka ir nežinau, kaip ten seksis. Kaip ten viskas bus, kaip tas geimas eis, ten patiks, nepatiks, tas dalykas ten veiks, neveiks, nu turi veikti, viskas, karočiui, daugiau nieko nevaskamas. Rytoj arba poryt. Streamas bus arba 1, arba 2, arba 3 šį savaitgalį. Matysim viskas, greit sužinosime, gerai palisėkite, labos visiems. Respektikas, myli, apkabinu, bučioju. Čiau, braškės.